Japanese fifth generations. Actually, yeah, the pen is it does feed me. I eat because of the ads. They give me food. Hello. Blow high aids in my head. I'm also wearing the blow high fit because it's cool. Nice to see you, by the way, Thunderbird. Nice to see you. Looks nice to see you. Fish Taco. Only saying 4 for some reason. And nice to see you, Shaka Nana. I've been missing everyone. That sounded strange. I've been missing everyone. That's what I meant. So how you doing, guys? How is life going? How has it been? How has it been? How do you say? These last 2 weeks. I have to think about that. So tough, very nice to be back. I'm happy to be back. It was nice also to take a break, but I'm happy to be back overall. Am I looking forward? I am. Every single time I look at myself, it's like I'm looking at the side because I'm like trying to look at myself. How's your break being? Actually, really good. It is relaxing, to be honest, and it is at some point it's something that it's good to have. But at the same time, it feels strange. Like, do you know that feeling? Like, when you like... Hold on, I'm not gonna do that. I was about to do it. You know that feeling? Like, when you get sick before going to school, and you don't go to school, and every single day, or like, during your day, you think like, damn. Like, let's say it's like 1, right? Or like 2 or whatever. And then you go like, damn, at this time I would be doing my maths class or something. It was like that. I was like, damn, I would be streaming at this time. That sucks. But yeah, it is good, you know, in the end. I mean, but it's good being ill with you back. You don't have to be ill to have you back. I hope you get well soon. But yeah, it was good in the end. So I'm happy with that. I don't know. I mean, you guys can see that actually. Look, I fixed my outfit because I didn't have it fixed. So yeah. I fixed my blow high outfit and I put it on this thing. Although now you don't see the pony. Speaking of, I need to change that. But yeah. Did you cut your hair? You're pretty. A tiny bit, yeah. Yeah, I did something to my hair. My look is slightly different. I love the bluish part of the hair. You haven't seen the whole thing. The thing is that this is something I wanted to say actually, because I was okay. Hold on. Let me gather my thoughts and then I say what I need to say, because it's like things go through my mind and I see like flashes, colors, numbers and everything going around, and then I don't say what I want to say. So let me take a sip of water. Okay. I put my thoughts in place. So sorry about that. What I wanted to do for this specific stream, that I didn't do, by the way, quick parenthesis, I didn't do it. What I wanted to do was that I wanted to, what is it? Reveal. I was gonna say release. Reveal. I wanted to reveal my new main outfit, because I'm not gonna use the other one, the one with pink, although it was really cool. The one you see in the plushie, that one was really cool. I may still have it from time to time. I don't know. Maybe I'll just get the clothes or something. Anyway, that's not the point. The point is, I wanted to make my new, or reveal my new outfit, but I want to do it next week now. And the reason is because I was thinking like, damn, I just want to like kind of promote that single thing individually. Because I was being like, I could do like, you know, my return stream and then I can do that at the same time. But I was like, I don't know, it's a bit much. So I'm just gonna leave it for next week and that should be alright. It does look quite nice though. I want to also release a character sheet. So it's like, if anyone wants to draw it, they can see literally all the details. The matter was speak. It was alright. It does have its story, but it was alright. Nothing crazy, but it was cute for sure. It'll be missed. But yeah, maybe I'll get the clothes or something. Maybe I'll have like an outfit just having like the red hair and everything, just because why not? We gotta change the plushie yet again? Yeah, we'll have to change the plushie. I could do one stream doing that or something, you know. Even then, it's not really that much. I'll be back, gotta get dinner. Enjoy your dinner, Thunderbird. Enjoy it. Eat well. But yeah, we need to change that plushie. But it'll be cool. Trust me. I pinky promise it'll be cool. And yeah, you will see the new hair because you can see like a tiny bit on my forehead. It is slightly different. I missed that. It is slightly different than the way it used to be. Need to swallow again. But it does look good, basically. I thought it was a cool improvement. A small improvement, but cool improvement. The bomb. Boom. 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 I was also thinking I need to change... I mean, speaking of this thing... Where are you? Let me put you... I think right there. Speaking of this thing, since I was mentioning it, may need to change you too. May need to give it like... Whoa, that was interesting. May need to make it like white hair or something. Or like black, I don't know. White, black, same thing. Same. I'll just need to change the hair and then just leave it in, you know, in a corner or something. It should also be useful because usually when I collab, I feel like people still see me with the old thing or like the old hair, so that might be useful too. Or maybe I'll just make a new PNG, I don't know. I could also make a new PNG, to be honest. I'll need to think because I haven't fully thought. But anyway, I was gonna say that so smoothly and it escaped my mind for 1 second. But as I was saying now, speaking of doing things, I'm working on 2 things you will see during the week, but most importantly, never disappear from the background. No, it will always be there. Even if it's gonna be in like one corner or something, I'll always leave it there. It cannot be changed. It's sacred. Speaking of, no, actually 3 things actually. Did I say 2 things or 3 things? I don't know. Anyway, you will see 2 things during the week. One of them is gonna be only for Twitch though, by the way. One cool thing, but it's only gonna be for Twitch, unfortunately. Not like a dedicated stream or anything, it's just a small detail. But one thing that I think would be cool, and I was thinking about doing this by myself, but I think maybe I won't do it, but I still don't know exactly. You said 2 things. Okay, I said 2. It was actually 3 in my mind, but I said 2. Anyway, one thing that I feel would be cool to do in some stream, because I was really close from doing this. I've been working on some stuff that I thought it would be cool to... I always wanted like a mask. Oh my god. Okay, I'm good. I was thinking, I always wanted to make like a mascot or like no, yeah, mascot, yeah, that's a word, right? Like mascot. I think that's a word. I'm pretty sure that's a word. Anyway, I always wanted like a mascot and I wanted to do it like really cool. But the thing is that I never really known what to make. And I was thinking during that time by myself, I was like, bro, I should make one. But I should make one that it's either like some kind of wolf combined with a shark, or literally the opposite, a shark combined with a wolf. Is it Bluff your mascot? I mean, it's my plush, it's not my mascot. Hello, Jake. I'm here but lurking. Okay, Jake, nice to see you. Hope you're doing well. Thank you for using the emotes. It feels so nice to see them back too. I miss them. I miss the high one. It's so bad. But I missed it. Anyway, I didn't know what to make in the end because I was like, should I make a shark or should I make a wolf? Like, basically, what is like the main thing is the shark and then I add like wolf characteristics, or should I make a wolf and then add like shark characteristics? So anyway, I thought that would be cool to make on stream. I was gonna do it by myself, but I was like, nah, I can make it on stream. That's gonna be okay. And it should be fun. I do need to make a poll though, which I haven't done. So should I do it right now? I don't know. Oh, actually, you know also what I've been wanting to do? Not by myself for once. Hold on, I have something else open. You know what I've been missing to do, like every single day? Well, I mean, I don't miss to do it, but like I've been wanting to. Because it doesn't feel the same. Let's see if I can find this thing. I wanted to do the old sacred wordle, and I wanted to do the old sacred... Why is my... Hello? Or what? Okay. The old sacred GeoGuessr. Which, and by the way, I'm gonna be unlocking something really cool today on GeoGuessr. But quickly, I'm gonna do this. As always, if you're on Discord, you might have been seeing what I've been doing. If you're not on Discord, then yeah, I don't know what to tell you. But anyway, I always do place. Place is like the keyword. That is unfortunate. That's horrible. Should I do money? Should I do grout? I'm gonna do grout actually. Jake told me about this word, by the way. I usually do like place, and I tend to do money because it gets rid of the M and the N, and this is like really good. But Jake told me to do grout or groot. I think it's grout. Anyway, that's also a good one. UT. Oh, I hate that. I don't like when it's like, it's horrible when it's the last two words. I don't like, maybe like with C, maybe like C, no, not that. So, would it be money though? I already did the E, right? No, yeah, MN. No, but I don't think it's gonna be, maybe a Y. What about, oh my god, with C. I was gonna say shout, but that's like, no, but no, the oh my god, crude, yeah. What is like a word that ends in UT? Honestly, I couldn't even think of two words. I think two words? What do you mean think two words? Like, I'm also thinking proud, but it's not proud. Every single word I'm thinking is like OU or something. And even then proud doesn't even end with UT, so it would be like, I was gonna say united. That's stupid. No, not O. No, C. I really don't think it's gonna be money. I can try something else, maybe. Go to the last one word. I could try maybe like, I feel like the C is gonna be first, to be honest. I just have a feeling it's not the second. It would be strange if it was the second. It's not impossible, but it would just be strange. So it could be like C. No, not that. I want to use like different stuff. What is like CI, CIS, C suit? No, literally any word. Doesn't need to end on UT. I just want to get something out of the way. So let me try. What is like a word with C in English? Do you guys have any words that start with C in English? Can I do mascot? Oh no, wait, mascot is too long. I think it was one from the bottom today was stuff. I think my brain thinks like yours. We may be twinning on our brain waves. Actually Discord. I wanted to get rid of some letters, really. I knew the C wasn't gonna be there, but man, I thought C was something, or like the I was something. Okay, that gets rid of this at least, so that's good, but CY? Or like, is that a word? Okay, good. Sometimes this game just makes up words, I swear. Okay, maybe it's not CY. Something C. Or maybe maybe like something boycott? Is that a word? No, but no I. Boycott? Boycott? Oh no, wait, that's too long. Bro, this is this one's actually difficult. But it has a C. My cut. Oh, it seems wrong. Kai cut, jai cut, high cut, phi cut, y cut, kai cut, xi cut, xi suck. What about T? I mean, I can always reuse less. I always forget about that. What about S? I have no clue. I haven't been this confused in a while. These last 2 days have actually been really good on this because I guessed that in three tries. Kai cut? I don't know. Is that even a word though? I don't think it is. Yeah, it's not. I think I tried it. What, something T-U-T? No. It wouldn't be like side touch, right? Okay, good. Let me make anything with these few letters. Something with Y would be cool. I don't think it's Y. At the same time, I need a Y. This is so confusing actually because it's like it doesn't really use any of the vowels and then it's just the Y, that one that could make a word. So what about no, but why? You close? You know the word? You made it? I can't. Is this a word though? ICAD? No, okay. Well, that is double. I mean, I had a suspicion. I would say that no, I was gonna say hurricane. Uncut. Let's go. That was silly. Uncut. Bruh. This is good actually. I like this. Thank you. But this is quite good. This is confusing though. I was so convinced it wasn't gonna be something with M-O-N and I didn't do money because of that. Although money would have given me yellow. Wouldn't really no, yeah, it wouldn't give me still. That was alright. I'm okay with that. Uncut or Uncut, as I was gonna say. Sounds like another word, Uncut. How do you okay. Oh, okay. I do so many combos for the first couple of hours thinking it was another made up word. That is the thing, I don't really trust it because I feel like every word is gonna be made up. But what was the one we had a few days ago? Like cup? No. What was it? It was like something P-O-T or something like that, or P-O-N. And then there were like 2 days I had no clue what the word was and I was just trying anything. Which I deeply hate because it's just like, yeah, I'm just gonna do anything. Capon, I think it was Capon, yeah. That might have been the one. It was Capon. So stupid. I think I guessed that one quickly, but it was so stupid. Jugesa, yee. I'm gonna unlock clothes for my avatar as well. Well, I'm gonna have enough money to buy it. And you guys are gonna be a witness to the moment. But first things first, I need to play, of course. So I don't know actually. At least I'm not in the middle of nowhere. I hate that so much. These last few days the game has been putting me in the most random of places. Can you move? Also, I don't know why it's taking so long to load sometimes. Is this... I don't think I'm thinking, by the way, since the beginning, this may be something Europe, but I don't think so. I missed the last couple of days geoguessing. It's been rough. I'm telling you, it's been really difficult. Yeah, it is Europe. I saw the Audi with the number plate. What the heck is that? Oh, that looks so good. I don't know what that is, but that looks good. Oh, fuck. No, but it's in the EU. It's not Russia. Something in the EU. Because I saw the number plates. That is like EU. It looks like the EU, to be honest. Could be, maybe, possibly, likely Bulgaria if it loads. As I was saying, Bulgaria maybe. I could also be. Do you guys have like? Oh yeah, Macedonia, also Serbia. Oh, it's gonna be one of these two actually. I think it's gonna be Bulgaria also. It's Bulgaria. It is Bulgaria. I love this man. I don't know who this is, but I love whoever put this flag in their balcony because no one does that. Oh, I see another one. Okay, Bulgaria. Okay, good. I mean, yeah, it's cool to know it's Bulgaria, but Bulgaria is kind of a big country, you know, it's like this big. Very rural, but also not too rural. I mean, this is like a small village, town, whatever. No, actually, it doesn't feel like a town. It's more like a village. This would be like your new parents. Oh my god, your new parents. Oh my god, so many. Your grandparents' hometown or something. Central maybe? What the fuck? The collab of the century. Holy. Well, maybe the guy is a bit stuck in the past. Who knows? That was just strange to see. But it's not Russia, I know that much. Oh, I should have gone this way. Oh, actually, I don't know. I mean, now I see like flats. 15. It's not Sofia. Something like that, maybe. Actually, I'm gonna go middle. Middle is good. Oh! It was middle. It was in fact central. I always go this way, but no. That was too close to the capital. That's what actually changed my mind. The capital is like Sofia, and I was like, that's too close. Doesn't feel that way, but it doesn't feel like it would be like in this place, and it doesn't feel like the south. It is one of these two, and it was this one. I'm just happy it's not Russia though. In Russia, yesterday I did like a dot in here, like right around this area, and it was like right in the middle. I didn't even know there was people in here. Yesterday was creepy though, because yesterday that was like my first guess. It was like Russia, and again like somewhere in the middle of this place, and I spawned in a small airport, and it said like, oh, you cannot access this area unless you have a special permission from the government. And I was like, bro, what is this place? Good guess though, thank you. 66, almost. Oh, I should have been 1 kilometer away, man. Execute order 66. Should have been 67. Oh well. It is what it is. Also, by the way, if you ever spawn, as a quick tip, if you ever spawn on Antananarivo, I don't know how to say this in English. Anyway, if you ever spawn in Madagascar, just know that you won't even be driving. I literally spawned in Antananarivo, and I was in a hill that you could see the name of the city as. It was like the Hollywood thing, you know, that one Hollywood giant sign that says Hollywood, just like that, but it said Antananarivo. And I was like, oh damn, I know that. And I went to see it, and then I started moving a bit because I was like, okay, let me see something, because this is like too tight of a road. Turns out that whoever did the map in Google Maps in that place, they didn't even drive. They just walked. They speak Arabic? Since when? I didn't know they spoke Arabic. Bro, this is like... What? How do they speak Arabic? How did Arabic get in this place? The waste being a Hindi is kinda crazy. Oh, what is it? Metal waste bins. It is common to spot this... Bro. Unbelievable. It's always the same thing. It's always like some crazy thing that you have to know because you have to know it. It's like, oh, it is common to spot metal bins in Bulgaria. Yeah, it is also common in America, bro. Is it stupid? Beep. Ooh, Korea. Oh, I need that. Sokcho. Okay, a small country. Still niche though, but a small country. What is it called? Unification Observatory. No, I need Sokcho. Sokcho. Oh my god, yes, please. I'm going straight. Well, actually, Does it say the distance? I mean, it's not the same, right? No, I can still go with it. Yeah, it's gonna be really close. I can go with it very comfortably. That is also the first sign that is not in Korean that I've seen in Korea. Also really impressive I could see it so quickly. Korean circles. In written Korean you will find a lot of big circles. I mean, I guess. Australia has mostly plastic bins, but there's a lot of metal bins like that are all for businesses. I don't know what they look like actually. Yesterday though, I had one in Australia. I don't know if you saw it, but it was one in Australia. And it said like, can you load please? And it said like mine inside. And I remember you told me like, oh, Perth was like a mine inside. And then I saw a sign saying Nanup. And I was like, wait, I know Nanup. It's like close to Perth. And I ended up looking around the area and eventually I found Nanup. And I did it. And I was like, damn, I feel so proud. I was able to guess one in Australia so close by myself. Just because you told me it was like a mining place or something. This is good, by the way. This is really, really good. Again, I never really see any signs that are not in Korean in Korea. Missed yesterday. Damn. Am I South America? The what? Oh, wait. Oh. I have no idea what that says. I cannot read. Don't we have something that says like the best place in, I don't know, Guatemala or something? I don't know any of these places. Bolivia? I don't know. I just remember like one time this thing told me like, oh, red bricks, Bolivia. Oh my god, it may be Mexico. That is cool. That is amazing. Bro, if I go to this gym, I'm gonna look like Goku. That's beautiful. Very cool gym, I agree. It's amazing. I want to go to that place. They have good marketing strategies. I don't know. No, I don't think it's Colombia actually. This is like fast food. Super Saiyan. Oh, I'm gonna have like, I was gonna say green hair, yellow hair, and I'm gonna like look really cool, and I'm gonna be like muscular for once in my life. Can you load, by the way? Like, can I see, please? Okay, thank you. Oh my god, come on. I saw like a green something in Mexico. I don't know what phone numbers in Mexico look. Is that yellow? Is that a yellow license plate? I remember they said that Colombia was the only country in South America that had yellow license plates, but I only saw 2. Colombia. It is Colombia. It is Colombia. You know, the gold mummies. But I mean, Goku didn't get a gold mummy actually. Do you think it's reliable? I don't have much time. I remember one of the places I saw. I think. Oh, this. It should be this one. I think this is the one. Nice. Nice. Colombian cross. I hate this so much. I deeply hate that so much. This stupid Colombia cross. I hate that. Because it's like, oh, the Colombia cross. Signposts have white bags that form a cross shape, known as the Colombian cross. No one, I can bet that I go to Colombia, no one is gonna know what a Colombian cross is. No one, I'm telling you. He could have gotten the gold mummies. He could have done it, but he was also like, I mean, I don't want to say, but he was kind of stupid. Holy, this is my everyday in GeoGuessr. I do stuff like this all the time. It is impressive though. It is definitely impressive. I was gonna do this one at first because I remember reading this in one of the signs at the beginning, but I remember I was saying this name all the time. This is almost a French word. Almost. It's not, but it's almost that. How visible is that? Actually, it's very visible from afar. Ah, nice. Told you it was Colombia. Had my suspicions. I had a feeling. Ah. Okay. Oh, that was Nightbot. I saw like a chat going and I was like, oh, let me read that first. And I see it's like China and Nightbot. I'm in Europe, I think. It looks Europe. This is Orange, I think. Like there's a company called Orange. Not like the color, I mean like it is called Orange. Huh? Oh. Oh, what the fuck is that? What is that? What is that language? I have no idea. I want €2. Okay, yeah, it's in the Romania maybe? Oh wait. I think it is Romania. I think it may be Romania. Cannot really... I mean, I don't really know Romanian, but it seemed like it. Calling Ghost Mommy would be perfect. I don't know, like, are you sure? I've heard that Colombian girls get really mad and they're like very jelly and they hit you and they step on you and they spit in your mouth and they do like weird things. So I don't know if that's... Oh, it is Romania. Wait, this is Romania. That was the wrong country. Can you load, please? Thank you. Okay, wait. There we go. Should be around. I don't know this one. E81. I mean, if I can find it, that'll be cool. E81. I see it. I don't think I'm in the capital itself. Yeah, it doesn't really feel like the... what? Oh, doesn't really feel like the capital, which would be Napoca, but... I'm gonna say... I'm gonna play it safe. I'm gonna go with that. No, actually... Maybe this one? It could be this one. E81. What is the other one? 1H. I trust it may be this. If it's in a polka and I lose a few points, that is like, alright, to be honest, I don't really mind that much. But I see like 1F. Ah. One, only one, nothing else? Really? I'm just gonna go with you. Although I don't see any rivers. I'm just gonna go with that. Yeah, no, I wasn't gonna go north, sorry. I'm okay with that. I really wasn't gonna go that way. Wait, really? Actually? Oh, I see 1H now. Ah. No, but I still feel... I mean, if I saw it, I might have gone closer, but... would it make that big of a difference? I don't know. I'm happy with it though. At least I tried to be precise. I just went the opposite way, but I tried to be as precise as I could. I wanted to get fancy. What is this? Thick border, yeah, yield signs. Romanian yield signs have an extremely thick red border and thin white outline. Sure, I guess. if you say so, I believe you. I don't really see it, but I mean, I guess I see it because it's kind of obvious, but like, if I see this, I'm not gonna think like, damn, this is Romania, bro. This is 100% Romania. It's so Romanian. Am I in Europe again? Is this the UK? Am I in the UK? It looks like the UK. It looks too happy to be the UK, but at the same time, it looks depressing. Oh yeah, it is the UK. I see. Well, maybe not. No, I don't think it. Could be Luxembourg. Could potentially be Luxembourg, although it doesn't feel like Luxembourg. I saw I think it's wait. European Union. Wait, what? Oh no. What do you mean? I mean, you can always cross the... If it's the... What? I was about to say, if it's the UK, it's gonna be like... in the south, because I'm seeing some... European Union side. I need that. Oh, this is Britain. Yeah, okay, this is Britain. What the fuck is that? Color. I really want to say it's the south. Would Scotland look like this? I saw like that one flag, but what if it's just like one place? No, but no, it wouldn't be the south of England, because they would, I mean, it would be in English. Now, what is this green? What is that language? Do they have like some language in Scotland? UK. Okay, it is UK. Was Scotland in the UK still? Oh, I don't remember that, to be honest. Something, anything. Just go with anything. Go London. I don't think it's London, but go London. Oh, what if it's more like in this? Oh, fuck. Oh, it is Scotland. What the fuck? I wasn't gonna go that much. I was thinking like... Okay, but why am I seeing like European Union? Oh, do they have... What are yellow in the UK? License plates are yellow. Right. What kind of license plates do they have in Scotland? Do they always have like... those yellow ones? Like, why was I seeing like... Honestly, why was I seeing white ones? Oh, I see Thursday now. I saw this sign. No, but still doesn't make sense to me. They scammed you? I mean, they gave me one flag, but I was thinking like, oh, it could be like a Scottish store and that's it. They did have... It is confusing because they did have like the different language signs, so it makes me think it's either Ireland, which it didn't feel like, or it could be Scotland, because I think they had some traditional languages or like native languages of Scotland. I don't remember which one, but I think they have one. Even then, the UK, and even then, why is Twitch having so many ads, by the way? Hold on. I don't know when in Scotland though. I'm actually surprised this looks the way it did. It looked way too fancy to be this. Like, in my mind, this is uninhabited. Like, actually. Not that I know the Scotland area. Yeah, I cannot say that I've been to Scotland either. It kinda... I guess the buildings kinda feel like Edinburgh, but... It's like kinda, you know? There's no ice and stuff. Yeah, it looked really happy, didn't it? It looked way too happy to be the UK, but these structures felt like the UK. Anyway, it's good. Yeah, give me 1 second though. I feel like Twitch is putting way too many ads. Did I change my settings by any chance? Maybe? Boom. Let's see. How do you... Ooh, I'm gonna mess up. Because it's supposed to give ads every hour, and it's giving ads way too much. What is happening? Ads. How many minutes of ads do you want per hour? 3 minutes. Right. Oh, okay. I fix. Run a 3-minute ad break every 60 minutes. Yeah, I suppose. Okay, did I hit save? Or do I have to hit save to do that? Or is it just like... Oh, okay. It good. Boop, 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 boop. Boop. Beep. Wait, do I level up? I think I level up. Look at this, 22,000. This is really good, by the way. This would have been so cool. It would have been 20... I would have been gold. If I got closer, this would have been gold. Only with this score. Man, how much do you need? 20... You don't see... look, hold on. I needed 24, well, 22 and 500. So close. I got 200 points away from that for having a golden medal. Meh. They made it too difficult. Give me that. Give me my money. Yes, I want more money. Thank you. I'm gonna get my character nice and new fit. How do you do it? Forgot. Forgot how to change clothes. Edit maybe? Yee, I found it. I wanted to give it a new shirt because this feels like, it doesn't look bad, right? But it's like, it feels a bit strange to me to see the red hat and then the blue. I wasn't gonna call it a shirt, but sure, the blue shirt. So I was trying to see what to get that wasn't too expensive because I was looking at this, but it is like 3,650 of these thingies. Which I mean, don't get me wrong, it does look good, right? But it was like, nah, it's too expensive. So in the end, I was thinking I can just go with that. It looks kind of nice. So I'm just gonna like beep and I'm gonna do a purchase and yeah. And I'm happy with it. So yeah, safe. Do I have enough money? Because I want one last thing. I want... What is it? Mask? Oh, it is a mask. Gold's overrated? No, I want gold. I want platinum, but that is like impossible to be honest. Well, it's not impossible, but you have to get a perfect score. Anyway, aww, I'm almost there. It's 400. I wanted to give it glasses. It looks really cute. Man, I'm only 75 away from it. I need to play, what is that, 2-3 days I think? And then they'll give me enough points, because they do give you a bit of points. But yeah, cheat for platinum. How do you even cheat? Honestly, how do you actually cheat? Like, you would need someone to tell you. Like, you either become a pro and you do it by yourself, or you just get someone to do it for you. But they need to fail on purpose. Oh, I mean, not fail, but they need to try, and then they need to tell you like, oh, this is the place. Google search, maybe a reverse image search or something. I feel like that would take me the whole 3 minutes. Honestly, I really feel like that would take me way too long. Look, it does look so cute though, even without the glasses. But I really want the glasses. That is like the last piece. That is going to be the last accessory. And then I get a cool, nice avatar. Give it to show you first how to do it. But it's also fun to do. I don't know. I don't know if I want to cheat. I'm not like certain people who try to cheat the system. I'm a build different. How do you cheat in Geo? I don't know. I don't even know if there's a website that tells you the places. What the heck is that? Play custom minigames and improve your guessing skills? The what? Instead of wants you to win, become a geoguesser pro requires training, but the road starts with knowing who you're chasing. Get the mod to keep up with all the stats, matches and skills you must do. Okay, but what is this though? I don't get it. Like, is that supposed to help me somewhere? Is this just aesthetic? I think that's just aesthetic, to be honest. I think I cheated once and was one street corner over, and it still got 4,999. No, but I did it with a friend once. Like, basically, I did it first, and then I told him where to go exactly, and he got the platinum. I think it's the only one he has, by the way. But he got the platinum because he just... Oh well, we worked together to get him platinum. And it was just because I was trying to see... Well, I was with him and I was like, oh, let's do my GeoGuessr. And he was like, okay. And we ended up doing it. And then I was like, okay, you try now. And we thought it was going to be like different for both, but it ended up being the same. So we were just like, oh, let's get you a perfect score. And in the end, he got the platinum. That was a while ago, by the way. It wasn't recent. Cheaters for those orangutans. I hate orangutans so much. Orangutans deserve to be destroyed. They put me in a jail. Also, I don't know if you guys did this, by the way, since I have this opened. I mentioned it on Discord, but I don't know if people did that. This was really fun to do, by the way. Really long too, but really fun. I've been keeping this thing open just because I wanted to mention it. I don't know if it is trendy right now, but I was seeing a lot of people doing it on Twitter. Then it was just like an Undertale test thingy. Wait, what? How do you go back? Oh, back to results. Other results. How do you... No, I don't want to do it. What is this? It is a quiz, I guess is what you could call it. Or like a test to see what kind of soul you would have according to Undertale. Like, you know how in Undertale you have like patience, integrity, justice, kindness, perseverance, determination, which is not Chris. What is it called? Frisk, I think it is. And bravery. And then it's like each color represents one of them. Anyway, it is a thing that has like 66, if I'm not wrong, questions. 68. 68 questions. And then, you know, eventually you get your own result and... Yeah. And yeah, it gives you like this whole thing. It was really fun to do though. Although a bit confusing sometimes, but it was really, really cool. I don't know, I don't wanna... Like, I would like to make it again, just to like be walking through my... Or like walk you through my thought process. Seems fun. It was fun. I'm only scared because I don't wanna like... Could I duplicate this? Hold on. I think that may be the way. That could be something fun to do. So let me try and see if I can... Because if I can copy my answers and then just like, you know, that would be nice. So let me put this underneath. It shouldn't do anything. So... Using the right string? Yeah, okay. If for some reason I do reset, it's not gonna get rid of my results, so my answer is incorrect. Sorry, what? 7 human souls, 7 virtues. This device has been designed to reveal which one suits you best. Every answer is scored against all 7 virtues at once. Some answers are mostly one thing and a little of another, and some also detract from other virtues. There are no right or wrong answers, but being honest about one's flaws should provide more accurate results. Yeah, I just want to remake it. I'm hoping I keep my stuff. I have it in another tab. So as long as you don't do any fancy tricks. If I lose it, I lose it. Oh, I can actually do it, nice. Oh, get a nice sip. Wait, what the heck? 66. The heck? What do you mean 66? And it said 68. What? Sorry, what? How is it 66? But when I went to see the answers, it was 68. What do you mean? Did they change it at some point and I didn't realize? Like, did they add questions and that's it? Huh? Anyway. That's strange. That's really, really strange. You often feel that you can simply be yourself in a group. The what? Oh, I just go straight to it. Okay. I think this is disagree, right? Yeah, this is disagree and then all the way to the right disagree. In this case specifically, sometimes it changes, it doesn't say agree, although you can always see what I'm choosing, so that's good. And just to make sure I have all of my answers underneath, because yeah, this was pretty fun. This kind of reminded me a bit to the one thing I did on, what's it called? I forgot what it's called. What was that one horror game that I played that was like in the ocean and then I ended up launching myself into space, but it wasn't actually myself and it was like a copy of myself? Bro, what was it called? I was gonna say Outer Wilds, no. Oh my god, what is that one game called? Soma. I remember now. As I was saying, it reminded me a bit of Soma, because I remember when I played Soma, one thing I did, I was like, oh, well they ended up giving you like a small, I guess, quiz. And I was just like trying to make it and I was trying to share my opinions on that, so I was like, yeah, that makes sense. So anyway, I wanted to do the same thing because, I don't know, this is like kinda cool. So, you often feel like you can simply be yourself in a group. What did I say? I said agree. The reason for that though, I remember like this, again, this was really fun because every single time I was like, what do I actually feel? Because this is interesting, especially just the first one, because it feels like you can simply be yourself in a group. And I was like, well, if I'm in a group of people that I don't know, then I mean, I can't. Because it just feels strange, you know, sometimes it's like you don't really know the people, you don't really know if it's gonna like hit the same way. So I was just like, I don't know. But then at the same time, it's like I know I'm the kind of person that eventually I get comfortable and I know I can be myself. But I was like, you know, for the most part, I would say it's like, it's not like every group, so it wouldn't be like completely agree. I wouldn't say it's neutral because I know it also takes me a while to get to that point. I guess I can say I agree because sometimes, you know, you try to be nice to people regardless of things and you go like, yeah, I'm just gonna be nice to them. Like, is that the way that I always am? I don't know. But you know, you try to be nice to them, but like, is it 100% myself? Not really, most of the time. It's still not a bad reflection of me, but it's just 100%. So I went with agree. Once you decide something, talking you out of it is close to impossible, that was a strongly agree. I remember this. I didn't even have to check. I remember that very clearly. Because I was like, oh yeah, this is easy. This is literally a thing that happens to me so much. It's like something gets in my head. And sometimes I try to be like, okay, no, just don't think about it. But even me trying to convince myself of not doing something is impossible, because it just stays in the back of my mind the entire time until I get that or I do a certain thing. So I know that was one of the quickest ones and I was just like, yeah, I strongly agree. You believe that some things only get through to a person once they heard them. What did I say? I went with the middle, I think. Oh wait, no. You believe that something... Oh no, wait, I went with strongly agree. You believe that some things only get through... Oh wait, because it said some things. Sometimes I feel like wording is also very important. I like this test, by the way, because 66 questions, I feel like it can get a very accurate result on things. Anyway, you believe that some things only get through a person once they heard them. And I said strongly agree. I remember my train of thought. I did spend a while. I think I was between neutral and strongly, but then I was like, no, it says like some things. Which I feel is true, because I feel like some people, they don't really, how can I explain? It's like a bully, you know? It's like a bully. It's like, oh, I'm gonna bully someone and I'm gonna have fun doing that. And it's like, yeah, sure, but you know, they weren't suffering. And it's until usually that they suffer something like that themselves that they actually realize what they do and realize how others feel about those things. So I know I ended up being like, yeah, it's something. It's not like every single thing, because I don't feel like every single thing needs to be that way. But some things, for sure, some people don't realize of the consequences that their actions have. So I ended up going with strongly agree. If someone has something to tell you, you don't get anxious while waiting to know what it is. It depends. It says depends, yes. This is also something that I said depends, because it's like, depending on what it is. Anxious is not exactly the word sometimes. Could be nervous, could be excited. But like, I don't feel like I get anxious about that. It's like, even depending on what it is, I know it's like, oh, I don't care. You know, it's just like, it really depends on what it is. And if someone tells me like something related to something important, I may get not anxious again. It's not exactly anxious. It's just like, oh, this is serious. But you know, if it's something that I know it doesn't really matter in any way, so it's like, who cares? Most of the times I'm just gonna be like, if someone goes like, oh, I need to tell you something, I'm gonna be like, okay. You know, if it's someone I know and I've been talking to, it's like, yeah, okay, it's fine, we'll talk about that later, and you know, whatever. Now, it's someone that I don't know, then I'm gonna be wondering, I'm gonna be like, what do they need to tell me? Why them? You know, it's gonna be like, more than what it is, which I mean, it's gonna come to my mind, but I'm gonna be like, yeah, why is this person even asking me, or like wants to tell me something? So yeah, I ended up going with it depends. You tend to avoid doing things that make you uncomfortable. I just said often, right? Yeah, often. This one, I said often because I feel like it is very uncomfortable for me to, like, for example, go and do something that, not necessarily uncomfortable, maybe it's not, it's like coming out of your comfort zone, right? It's like trying something new. Do I avoid doing it? I mean, sure, because I'm not comfortable, but I don't feel it's negative in so many occasions, and eventually you can give... I was gonna say give up, it's not give up. You can relinquish to doing the action, right? So I was like, yeah. So it's like, I guess I can often... Like, I will often avoid doing those things that make me uncomfortable, but I'm not gonna be like always, you know, it's like always like, nah. And then it's like, sometimes it's like, sure, but like, I feel like I was gonna go with sometimes, and I was like, I need to think, and I feel like, if I think about this, it's like, I would be saying like, oh, sometimes, because that is like the smart thing, but I was like, no, I know myself, I know it takes a while for me to actually want to do something that I feel uncomfortable with doing, so often. Too stupid to avoid doing stuff I don't like. I mean, doing stuff you don't like, well, that makes you uncomfortable. I think it's a very human thing, or like very, well, maybe not even human. It's just like common amongst all living beings, because it's just simply, I mean, you just don't like something. Why would you do it? You know. At the same time, I feel like eventually it's always good to just go and try that something, even if you don't want to do it initially. Sometimes you will change your mind. You have a hard time forgiving people. What is this? It's only disagree, it's only agree. This was a neutral. This is neutral. Because I feel like it's also too depending on context. Like, this is one of those questions that I feel... No, actually, I don't know. I was gonna say that maybe it needs a bit more wording. At the same time, does it actually need more wording? So I was like, I don't know. I can go with neutral, and I guess that will make me happy. Because it's like, do I strongly disagree? No. And do I agree? Like, do I really make people have a hard time at being forgiving? It's like, I also don't. Like, I don't forgive people just for anything. And sometimes I know it takes me a while, but I'm also not gonna be, you know, just being in a pain and just being like, oh, no, I'm never gonna forgive you because you stole a bite out of my sandwich in 2006 or something, you know, it's gonna be like, eh. And I know sometimes it's gonna be like, for me it is sometimes I will be like, yeah, okay, it's whatever, you know, you apologize, that's enough for me. If it's not a big deal, if it's a big deal, depending on what you did, it's like, to me it's just unforgivable, but at the same time, it just depends, really. And eventually, you know, after many years, you may come to the agreement that maybe you should have forgiven the person, or maybe you shouldn't, but it is what it is. So, you know, I go when we neutral. I forgive people easily, so I strongly disagree. The thing is that I know sometimes that is like the thing I would like to say, but I know that sometimes I know me, and I know that sometimes I can do it, but sometimes I'm just gonna be like, I need a while. I don't forgive you yet, but I just need a while. Just not yet, you know. Eventually I may, but right now it's not the moment. So yeah, it's just like, I know me. And I ended up thinking a bit. It's like, when you do these kind of things, like you make scenarios in your head, and you go like, okay, would I forgive someone for this? Yes. Would I forgive someone for that? Maybe. Would it take me a while? Yes. You know, stuff like that. Wait, what? You do what you have to, even when the motivation isn't there. Did I say agree? I think I said agree. I said agree. So with this is also, I really like this question actually. You do what you have to when the motivation isn't there. I was really close from doing like a strongly agree, but at the same time, I know that I tend to pull myself to do things, just being like, oh, I don't want to do it, but I need to do it because it's the thing that I should be doing. So I know that sometimes I tend to pull myself to do things, or like to push myself to do something just based on that thought. It's like, for example, in my mind it's like an athlete, and I remember someone who was an athlete saying this, but they were like, oh, well, it wasn't exactly these words, but it was basically like, you know, athletes do what they need to do because they want to become athletes and because they are athletes, but it doesn't mean that they want to do those things. Like, for example, you don't want to go running at 5 in the morning every single day, but you do it because you have to stay in shape. And I was like, yeah, that makes sense. And it's something that I sometimes think in my mind, and I go like, yeah, I should do this thing because I need to do it, not because I don't have the motivation. Or it's not something that's depending on motivation or not motivation. It's something that just needs to be done. At the same time, I know that sometimes I'm also gonna like delay it, or I'm just gonna not do it immediately. You know, if I have time, I'm just gonna end up delaying that one thing. So, agree. You believe you can be trusted with secrets? I strongly agree. Because I know that I just don't like telling people secrets. I feel like telling someone a secret is just like sacred to me. It's like, if someone tells you a secret, I'm taking that to the grave. Unless they eventually tell me like, no, you can just tell people now, and it's like, oh, okay. But you know, usually I'm just like, no. I just tend to keep my mouth shut about many things. And that is something I always did. Sometimes, even since high school, that is something I always did. Like, not even a secret, if I saw someone doing something and I knew they didn't like to be seen doing that, I would just be like, yep, I didn't see anything. And I would just keep it to myself. Even to the people close to me, I wouldn't say it. I was like, yeah, no, I'm not gonna say it. I'm interested with secrets because I forget it half of the time. Shame. Strongly agree. You can tell when things are over. I strongly agree, actually. I do agree with that. I tend to divide things that happen a lot in like small chapters. Like, usually when I put it in my mind, it's like I try to think of that as like chapters of things, or kind of like a book. It's like in my mind, kind of like living is like writing a book of yourself, and like every moment you do something, it's like it gets written. So it's like I like to have eventually a conclusion to things, that just being like, oh, this is over, and I know this is exactly the moment because there's nothing now, and that's it. So I went with strongly agree. Oh wait, that was another comment. I was gonna read the one more about the secrets. You're often told you have a tendency to pry too much. What did I put on that? It's strongly disagree. What was pry? I forgot what pry. I know I googled that last time. What was the pry? What was prying? I know I googled it, and I ended up looking for synonyms because I wasn't sure what it meant. The mean is basically a chapter inside our own book. Exactly. That's why it needs to have a conclusion. And that's why I like to be able to just be like, oh, this is that, you know, this is the end of that. Strongly disagree. I have a strongly disagree, but I really don't remember. What is pride? I'm gonna Google it. I'm gonna put synonyms. Synonym of pry. Pry. To be nosy or metal, intrude. That was the word, intrude. Or it's for like digging stuff. Yeah, it's like intruding. And no, I don't. I really don't ask people things. It's like, this is just the way I like. For example, I don't like when people pry into my own things, and if people do it, I'm just gonna avoid that one person a lot. And I just don't like asking people those things. It's like, if it's not about me and it doesn't have anything to do with me, then why would I ask, you know? It's none of my business, or like, I won't really strongly disagree. You believe time heals all wounds. I won't be neutral. It is a good phrase. You know, it's like, oh, someone was like close out of my house. You know, it is a good phrase, just being like, oh, like time heals all wounds and blah blah blah. At the same time, I cannot say I agree with that. I feel like there's just things that don't rely on time, and some things that I know people wouldn't really be forgiving, and like some things just cannot be fixed by doing nothing. Sometimes they need more than just time. So it's just like, sometimes it may be the case, sometimes it may really not be the case. Because I know sometimes also, depending on the person, people tend to hold a grudge. And that makes it so the situation immediately becomes a situation where you cannot really rely on time to do things. So, you know, it's just like neutral, because it's just very context dependent. It isn't kind of business that we shouldn't dig into. Exactly. Many people do love it though. Many people cry too much. Neutral. Okay. You could use being more... What did I do in this? Okay. You could use being more open about the things that make you hurt. I agree. I do agree. I agree on this because I feel like, I mean, I'm not the kind of person that has trouble. Like, if something is hurting me, or like something is wrong, I don't feel like I have any issues speaking about that, but I also don't give myself the opportunity, and I also don't actively choose for the chance to just go around and creating that opportunity to talk about that certain thing. So most of the times I know that I'm gonna be very close about those kinds of things. So, you know, obviously the most positive thing, and you will be like, oh my god, I'm so perfect, you would go with the strongly disagree. But again, I know myself, and I'm gonna be very close about that most of the times. And even then, I don't really tell most people about that. It's gonna be like maybe 1 or 2 people that I tell about certain things. And even then, it's like, for those people, it's like I'm open to those very specific people. But for like anyone else, I'm not gonna be open. So that's why I ended up being like, yeah, I agree, because it's like, I don't strongly agree because I don't keep things to myself. But I am selective about who I keep those things, you know? Like, who I tell about those things. So I ended up being like, with just agree, you know, it's just like, it's good. You believe that everyone should be held to the same standards? I do agree. I do agree, at least in my perspective. I don't know about stuff, so I say I must agree. I mean, I don't like opening to things, but at some point it's necessary. You believe that everyone should be held to the same standards. Now that I think about it, in my mind this was the kind of situation that you don't know people. It's like, for example, someone in the street, like you don't know them. I'm gonna hold that person with the same standards as anyone else. At the same time, now that I think about it, if it's someone that I know did something bad, like really bad and horrible, they don't really stay the same standards. So in what kind of context actually? I didn't think about this the first time. In what kind of context do they ask you this? I said I strongly agree on my last one. At the same time, I think, for some situations you cannot take things too personal and you have to keep some kind of standards. I'm gonna say strongly agree because I already did that once. But yeah, if I don't know anyone, I'm just gonna go with strongly agree. That is my assumption. Just I strongly agree. Okay. What? You believe that? Okay, yeah. It's true. It is true, but again, I'm just imagining the situation as like, if you speak to me about what my thoughts are, leaving aside my personal thoughts, I'm just gonna be like, yeah, everyone needs to be held with the same standards. The way I thought about it is like a court, basically. Like if you go to court, the court doesn't really see, or they don't really think of you as the individual who did this one thing. You should still be treated the same way as everyone else, regardless of what you did, right? At least that was my mindset. It is very serious, I guess. But yeah, that was my mind. You often regret things you've said in the heat of the moment. I said I strongly disagree. Yeah, just because I tend to think way too much. Especially, I tend to think about the other person's reaction based on what they're doing and how they feel in the moment. And then I say things, and I know many times I just don't say anything because I don't want to do something that I'm gonna regret. So I ended up going with the strongly disagree, because I also, again, I tend to be very situational with what I say in those situations. And sometimes I'm gonna admit like, oh, I said this because I just didn't want to upset you. So yeah, I strongly disagree. That one is like, kinda simple. You adjust the way you act and talk depending on who you are with. I feel like everyone does that. Although I would say often, but I feel like everyone does that, right? Because in my mind, this was like, you adjust the way you talk and talk depending on who you are with. It's like, oh, but you're being fake to other people. It's like, are you really being fake to other people? Like, would you talk the same way you talk to a friend to your parents? Or would you talk the same way you talk to your friends? I don't know, to your classmates or like your boss or something? And it's like, everyone is gonna be like, well, no, you know? So it's like, yeah. Trigger leads to sadness, and I'll say disagree. What did I say with that? I strongly disagree, right? Yeah, I strongly disagree. You can still do it, but, you know. Anyway, I feel like that was just often, because I was also thinking like, if I meet someone in the street, yeah, I'm not gonna, you know, I treat them a very, like, I act and I talk a very specific way if I meet someone new. And then if I talk to someone that's close to me, I know I also act and say things very specific. Now, it's just like two, like, small phases. It's not like between friends, I act different towards one friend and I act different towards another friend. But it's more like, depending on at what stage I am with the other person, I'm gonna act one way or the other. So yeah, anyway, often. Change your ways up depending on who you are with is just normal. It is, but I suppose many people would be very conscious and they would try to be very equal to everyone, and some people really are. That's strange to me. And you know, so I wouldn't go with like always, but like often. Because sometimes you can also, you know, you can just be yourself with certain people. So it's just like, yeah, you can just chill. You feel uncomfortable talking about your worries to other people, but when others to tell you this, I went with disagree. I strongly disagree. Because I feel like the way I see it is like, you feel uncomfortable talking about your worries, but want other people to tell you this. Do I feel uncomfortable talking about my worries to other people? First of all, depends. And then it's like, do I want others to tell me this? If they want to tell me any worries that they have, it makes me happy. But I don't actively choose, or like I actively search for people to tell me their worries. You know, I'm not gonna be like, oh my god, tell me. Like I'm so uncomfortable. I don't want to tell you this, but you have to tell me that. It's like, oh, you know, just no. And if anything, if someone opens to me in that sense, I'm just gonna be like, oh, maybe this is someone I can trust in the future if I feel a certain way about something. I was gonna say, it is kind of like a trade. It's not a trade, but it is a way of showing trust between two people, you know? And if I feel uncomfortable and I try to see if other people tell me their stuff, I don't feel that's appropriate, and I don't feel that's fair, and I don't feel that's real trust. So, strongly disagree. I feel uncomfortable and weak when I talk about my worries, but I like it when other people tell me theirs. I strongly agree. It's okay. You know, it's just different mindsets. This is not the kind of thing that there's like a right or wrong answer. It's literally just like, this is good if you make it 100% honest with yourself and you try to reflect, which I really like, because it's just the kind of thing you can reflect on doing, and it makes you think about yourself and you go like, huh, that's interesting. I know in the end it gave me, what was it? It was the light blue one. I forgot. No, it wasn't Perseverance. I don't remember the color. But when I read the characteristics, it was like, yeah, that's me. Hello Yusuf, nice to see you. How you doing? And hello E3SD. Big evening, massive evening. You believe? By the way, nice to see you. You believe asking others for help equates to failing? I should have said strongly disagree. Yes, strongly disagree. I don't feel asking other people for help is failing. People help you. And it's okay to be in a difficult situation that you have to ask someone for help. But sometimes asking for help doesn't even mean that you failed. You just want help, you know? So in my case, it's just like, yeah, I very strongly disagree with this, because it's not failing. Failing is many things, and I failed at many things in my life, but I don't think that's the one. You would tell a friend they're in the wrong, even if it meant hurting their feelings. Did I say, please tell me I said I strongly agree, because that's something, yeah, I strongly agree. 100%. You would tell a friend they're wrong, even if it meant hurting their feelings. I would. Sometimes, I don't like it when people, they avoid telling someone something because it's gonna hurt them. At least if it's something important, you know, it's like, you have to tell people certain things if you want them to be better people. You can expect people to improve if they don't know what they're doing wrong. And if you just worry about being like, oh, but this is gonna hurt them and it's gonna make them feel bad, it's like, well, it needs to be done. Sacrifices must be done. I did this test before I got yellow boy, I got light blue. I'm just repeating it. I have the answers on one screen and I'm just remaking it. But I love this thing. I really like this set of tests. It is so well made. I said I strongly agree, by the way, right? I think. You would tell a friend, blah blah blah. I strongly agree. Yes. Good. Do you think that even the worst person can change? That everybody can be a good person if they just tried? I went with strongly agree. I went with strongly agree only for one reason. Because it's just like, do you think even the worst person can change? If it was just like that, maybe I would have said no. Maybe. But the thing is that I ended up thinking about this for like a long while, and it said that everybody can be a good person, and I was like, everyone can be a good person, sure. And then it went like, if they just tried. I think this is like the bit that actually changed my mind, because it's just like, if someone really wants to change, and it's something that they strongly feel, so that they genuinely feel it, I feel like they can change as much as possible. And it doesn't really matter what you've done. Like, I was even thinking, like, people in jail, sometimes they do horrible things, and eventually they change, and I was like, yeah, I mean, they change because they've experienced something, punishment and everything, and they regret things. But they ended up changing for the good. So it's like, yeah, I wouldn't really strongly agree, because I feel like, again, everyone can be a good person. So me personally, strongly agree. When you lose interest in something, you abandon it entirely. I disagree on that. I don't like when people do that. It's like, this is like moments, right? Like, you can lose interest in something, but it doesn't mean that you hate it or that you completely forget about this one thing. Like, you still had interest in that at some point, so like, why would you just abandon it? It doesn't make sense. I really don't like it when people do. And this even made me think of a friend who used to do that all the time. So yeah, I don't, and I mean, I know I always tend to stay in touch, even a bit. Even if I'm not saying a lot of something, I know that I tend to stay in touch with it, because I just like experiencing it a bit more. Listeners get to reflect about being locked up. Yeah, but some don't change. The ones that really want to change eventually change. So this week we're finish it even if your passions are gone. I didn't think of it as like a thing that you do. It's like, for example, in my mind, I was thinking like, if I lost interest in, let's say, I don't know, planes, right? And I go like, oh, I don't feel like planes are as cool as anymore. So yeah, I'm just gonna like see it as much. I'm just not gonna pay too much attention to it. I know it always stays in my mind anyway, and I'll still be able to recognize things, and I'll still try to stay in touch with it. Like, I may not just be in contact as much with it, but I still feel it, and I go like, yeah, I still feel some kind of interest in that. And you know, it was still like a phase of me, so I don't want to like just leave it aside. If I was watching for something, I'll always get back to it eventually. That is also true. And the same thing happens to me. Eventually I just get back to it. You know, it's like at some point I just go like, oh, I don't want to go with this anymore. I don't want to know anything about this anymore. Even if it takes me like 4 years, I eventually get back to it. I know me. Sometimes it's just a short phase. I feel like that applies more to like kids and teenagers. As an adult, it's like, I don't feel like it really is that big of a deal, and you don't really think as much of it. And even then again, it's like, you got interest in that at some point, so it is still cool to see it from time to time. So I strongly disagree. You need things resolved quickly, otherwise you get anxious. I get neutral about it. I'm neutral. Mainly because it's like, I'm not a big fan when you have to do things quickly. It's like if I have to do something quickly, to me it's gonna be like, oh, I need to do it quickly, that's it. And if I can delay it, then it's gonna be like, oh, alright, I have time. So I just really go with the flow in that. It's like, yeah, don't need to rush it, don't need to do anything. It's just like, it exists, so I don't get anxious. It's like, to me it's whatever, to be honest. You enjoy trying out new things that pique your interest, especially if they get you out of your comfort zone. Did I say disagree? Probably. Let me see. Yeah, I know me so well. I said disagree. I don't need to finish something that's been going on for months now. Oh, you also need to put some deadlines for yourself. Anyway. I need water. Hold on, I'm gonna die. I'm alive. If I remember, Totto is a fellow blue heart. Light blue, yeah. There's blue and light blue, but I am light blue. I'm just repeating my same answers. I have the answers on one screen, and I'm just making it again on this thing. But yeah, I am light blue. I think you were also light blue. Oh yeah, you said fellow. You enjoy trying out new things that pique your interest, especially if they get out of your comfort zone. I said disagree. I said disagree. Ideally, you would be like agree or like strongly agree, but I said disagree because I know it is close to the one we had a moment ago. I forgot which one exactly, but it is close to the one we had a moment ago. That it was like the one about making things that make you uncomfortable. I like my comfort zone, right? And even if something gets my interest, it takes me a while to actually go and try it. Because I just like my comfort zone, and I really like it. So you know, it's just the kind of thing that I may eventually end up doing, but I know I also just don't have this extreme need to do. So I ended up going with like disagree, and sometimes I don't even do it at all. So it's just like disagree. you know someone is wrong. When you know someone is wrong, you can help but correct them. That is a rarely. What is it rarely? When you know someone else. When you know someone is wrong, you can help. Yeah, I said rarely. Just because I don't care enough. It's like sometimes, depending on the situation, I may correct someone if it's something that may seem relevant. I may do it, but at the same time, I don't really rush things. And I know sometimes I'm gonna be like, oh, this person is wrong, but like, that's not my business. So I just don't really say anything. So, rarely. Regardless of what other people do, you have your own set of rules you won't break. That is a strong agree. I know that also. Regardless of what other people do, you have your own set of rules, yeah. Strongly agree. I don't care enough to correct people. Sometimes I care, but most of the times I know I won't. I know in this one it's just a strongly agree. This was also one of the easy ones. I didn't really think too much about this one. I was like, yeah, I have my own set of rules. And to me, those rules, those are sacred. It is that simple. I just have my own set of rules. That I don't tell anyone those rules, but you know, I have my own rules. And that's it. And yeah, I won't break them because it's just a part of me. So strongly agree. I would if someone else corrects them, but if it's not like I guess I have to. Exactly. It is the same with me. It's like if someone is wrong, I'm just gonna be like seeing to see if they get corrected, and if they get corrected, that the other person is correcting them correctly. But even if the first person doesn't get corrected, and even if the second person that corrected them also is wrong, I'm just gonna be like, all right, let them be. It's not my business, really. Just let them be. It's not that big of a deal, but I know some people, they really get very anxious about that, and they go like, oh my god, I need to correct them, and it's like, chill, bro. Y'all get some food? Alright, Jake, enjoy the food. Guy's not looking. What? The heck? You have to procrastinate until the last possible second before a deadline. That was a strong agree, right? I think. Yeah. I went with this strongly agree. If I can do it, I'll do it. It is that simple. I was the kind of person that would write a whole essay, 20 pages the day before and stuff like that. So yeah, I know me. I just wait until the last possible. I know until the last possible second that I know I can still do things comfortably. It's like, if I know I have enough time to make it comfortably, I wait until that moment and then I do what I need to do, and then I finish comfortably. Because I just know there's enough time. So that was a strong agree. This is wait, what is this? You dislike owing people and try to pay back any favors as soon as you can. I strongly agree. I got speedrun stuff. Nah, I don't have to. If there's time, it's all good. About this one, you dislike owing people and try to pay back favors as soon as you can. I don't even like asking people for favors. And I really don't like owing people. It's like, part of the reason also why I don't like this one is because I know many people, the only thing that connects two people is basically owing something to that person. That is also something I don't really like. It's like, first of all, I don't like asking for favors, so I never do it. And second of all, I don't even like owing anything to anyone. I really chose to strongly agree whenever I do see this. It is very easy not to go with strongly this or strongly that. At least that's how I feel. Just like when people, that was strongly agree, I think. Yeah, because I know I also tend to avoid that even. And this is the kind of thing I generally tend to avoid as much as humanly possible. Asking any favors isn't good for my brain. It's not exactly bad, but I just don't like seeing that I'm relying on other people in that sense. So like, maybe not all, maybe not relying is the word. I mean, yeah, owing is just the right one, to be honest. I tried to look for something else, but yeah. When something you cared about fails or ends, it takes you a long time to find something new to care. No. there's too many things that I always find something fairly quickly. You know, there's always something in the horizon. I think that's something I told myself when I was doing this. I was like, nah, there's always something in the horizon. Because even now I have like way too many things going at the same time, like personal things going at the same time. So it's just like, to me, it's just like, I strongly disagree. Because again, there's always something. And if something fails, that just means you can do something new. Or if something ends, it's just, again, you can just go and do something new that you wanted to do for a long time. So, strongly disagree. You regularly question your identity? No, I don't. And try to get to know yourself better? I don't question my identity, and I mean, do I try to get to know myself? I feel like I know myself well enough, because I do try to think a lot about who I am exactly. So I know that in a way, I know myself, and I think I've even said it a couple of times in this test. I know myself, and I know what I would say, and I just know me. And I know how I would change depending on situations. So, first of all, I don't really question myself, and second of all, I feel like I know myself well enough. So, in this case, I went with strongly disagree. Been enough sinking ships to the point that I don't care if something fails. Failing is okay. Failing is a part of success in a way. If someone you hold dear asks for your help, you'd see it through to the end, and even if it meant hurting yourself in the process. I went with agree. The reason for this being agree is someone I hold dear, which I feel this is important, asks for my help. I would help them. Would I see it through the end even if I would preferably would like to see everything through the end. If it hurts myself in the process, I can accept a bit if it's worth it. But I know there's limits. Because at the end of the day, I'm still myself. Like, I am me, I'm not this other person. And if it hurts me more than it is gonna help the other person, or that is something that is gonna... It's a bit extreme to use this word, but let's say something that is gonna destroy me, quote unquote. I'm not gonna go to the end. It's like, there's just a limit for things. So I just went with agree. I was just like, yeah, I mean, there's a limit, and that's it. It's that simple. You would turn down an opportunity if you knew someone who would be a better fit. Disagree. I strongly disagree. I went with the strongly disagree because it's like, would I turn down an opportunity just because I know someone else would be a better fit? I was like, I mean, it doesn't make sense. Because the way I saw it, I was like, if I get an opportunity, there's always going to be someone that is going to be a better fit than me. The only difference is that I got the opportunity and the other person didn't get the opportunity. That is the only reason. Would they be a better fit? Sure. But they still didn't get that. So why would I intentionally hurt myself just thinking like, oh, someone else better than me can do it, or they can have this? So in my opinion, it really didn't make any sense. And realistically, if I get a good opportunity, my first thought is not going to be like, oh, someone better is going to be the fit, so I rejected it. That's just not me. So I went with a strongly disagree. You believe that the end justifies the means. The what, sorry? The end justifies the means? No. Also strongly disagree. I also strongly disagree with this one, because I don't feel the end is gonna justify the means in any way. You can get one result in many ways, but I feel like the way you get that result, it is very dependent on what you do to get the result. In a simplified way, I thought about a friend. He ended up telling me one time that... But we were speaking about our favorite animes, and I was like, oh, my favorite anime is Evangelion. And I asked him like, have you seen Evangelion ever? And he goes like, oh, no, I haven't, but I know how it ends. And I go like, okay, sure. But it's good. Thank you, Tolo. Thank you. 2 months in a row. Nice. And also, hello, Keldo. Patient? I'm not patient. I'm very desperate. Nice to see you. I'm not desperate. I don't think so. Hello. What was I saying? Oh yeah. He ended up being like, no, I don't see Evangelion because I know what happens and I know the whole story. And I was like, okay, but you don't know what happens in the middle to get to that point, right? In the history, like what happens in the end. And he goes like, no, but to me it's not important. Like to me it's only important how the anime ends. And this crossed my mind because I was like, bro, I feel like the important thing is seeing how you get to that point. Not the result, is like how you get to that point. And the same thing can be applied to many things in real life. It's like, for example, if let's say I want to buy a shirt that I really like, right? And I get my shirt. No, actually, let's say someone gifted me the shirt and I didn't have to do anything for the shirt. To me, it's gonna be like, well, I got the shirt and I'm gonna be happy. But if I had to work really hard to get that shirt, I'm gonna appreciate that a lot more. The result is the same. I got the shirt, but the whole process is what actually becomes valuable. It's not about the destination, it's about the trip. So I strongly disagree. Never seen Evangelion. All I know is big robot fight each other while aura farming. Watch it. It's the best. It's my favorite anime. Watch it. I recommend it. Also, you need to watch Rebuild as well. They're also gonna release another one, another series made by the director of Nier Automata. I need to play that game as well. What is this one? Okay. You have a hard time, blah blah blah. Okay. You have a hard time believing you're worth the effort it takes to be with you, if not for the... Wait, what? You have a hard time believing you're worth the effort it takes to be with you, if not for the inconvenience. This took me a while to understand. What was this? You have a hard time believing you're worth the effort it takes to be with you, if not for inconvenience. I went with neutral. Okay, let's divide this by bits. You have a hard time believing you're worth the effort. That sounds horrible. It's like saying like, oh, I am worth the effort you have to put. It's like, bro, who do you think you are, first of all? Now at the same time, you do have to make an effort to get close to me. I know that, but the same thing happens to everyone. And then if not for convenience, oh, for convenience, I'm reading inconvenience. But yeah, I just want to be neutral. Because for convenience, it's like some people will approach you and you have to be aware, and sometimes I'm okay with it and sometimes it's like, nah. So I know I ended up going with neutral, but I know this took me a long while. Have you ever watched Madoka? That is like my third favorite anime. I really want them to release Valkyries Rising. That was in September, right? I think. Well, global. I know in Japan it's gonna be like... No, actually, it should have been like released in Japan like 1 or 2 days ago or something like that, right? I think on the 26th is what or 29th is what they said. Don't remember what they said for the Japanese version, but I really want to go to the cinema and watch it. It's surprisingly really good. It's amazing. It's so good. They're also releasing on the weekend. Yeah, it is the 29th then. They're also releasing or re-releasing the movies in my cinema, my local one. It's really good. I love it. I ended up watching that in like 2 days a few months ago. Well, not watch it. I re-watched it because I had already seen it. As someone who just started, I get to see the last movie without the wait time. That would happen to you with Evangelion, because with Evangelion we also had to wait like 10 years or something. So, in a way, lucky you. Others say you speak without thinking. Just never. I very carefully think what I say, so I know that I never do that, and I never heard anyone telling me this, so I go with never. You need to have things planned out before you feel ready to do something. I agree. At the same time, I feel like relying 100% on the plan is not the way to go. Like, if you need to make changes, you need to know how to adapt. But if you have something planned out, I definitely feel ready. So it's like, I agree. It's one of those simple questions that you just go like, yeah, you can just agree. You consider yourself to be more driven by your emotions than by facts. Neutral, right? Yeah, neutral. This one is a bit of a complex thing if you wouldn't know yourself. But I feel like I like the facts, but I'm also a person and I have emotions. So it is in the end, what you do is like a combination of both things. At least in my case, it is just a combination of both things, right? So it's like facts and emotions, and it's that simple. Plans are hard, and that means easy. Both is way to learn. You combine both. Neutral. This is neutral. I just don't feel like relying too much on emotions is not good. Relying too much on facts is also not good. I don't like the extremes. Japan is back in horror farming. I'm always horror farming. Why wouldn't I be horror farming? That is my favorite sport. When faced with a difficult choice, you'd rather ask someone for input than choosing your own. I disagree. I disagree for one simple reason. If I'm faced with a difficult question, I like to ask someone for input. Like, I like to ask people for an opinion, and I take it into consideration. But I'm really not gonna let them choose for me, because I'm still myself. So I know that I just wouldn't let them choose for me. So that's why when we disagree, it's not like fully disagree, because I wouldn't be like, I'm not gonna ask anyone for anything, but I'm just gonna be like, I keep it in mind. And if I end up ignoring that thing completely, I'm also okay with it, because it helped me reach a conclusion. I'm really busy, sorry Toto. It's okay, Tolo. So when we disagree, if I'm not wrong, B, yes. It looks like but the now she'll shake kills in front of you to get your attention. Do the laser thing. You have a laser and then you go like pew, you know, and the cats follow it. That's really funny. You would like to love yourself the way you are, but you really can't. I said I strongly disagree for sure. Yeah. Oh, I get lost. Which one? 37. You would like to love, yeah. You would like to love yourself the way you are, but you really can. I like me. I like me the way I am, because I am me and I am unique to myself, and I don't really have trouble with that. I mean, in my life growing up, people always considered me different. Like, I wasn't exactly the common I was like the weird kid, basically. But in a way, I ended up just embracing that, and I was like, you know what? I'm okay just being different and just being the guy everyone thinks is weird, and that's it. So I never really had any issues accepting me, and I like who I am, so it's like, just strongly disagree. Hello Nutella. Blow is the definition of aura, to be blow high, and to not be farming aura, to be aura farming, therefore makes oneself not blow high. You have to be blow high. Blow high gives you like 1,000,000 aura. Most people with ADHD will get attracted to shaking keys regardless. I mean, who wouldn't? Just saying. I said I strongly disagree, right? Yeah, okay, good. You perform poorly when you can tell if you're doing well or not. Neutral, I think, yeah. Just neutral. Because... the music reminds me of Hanekawa? What are you listening to? What? That is like the Glub Glub Gabbala something theme in Stardew Valley. I'm gonna make a customized play. I didn't say this before, by the way. I just remembered. I was gonna make a customized playlist. Like, I'm gonna get some extra songs, because funnily enough, when I was doing my DaVinci tutorial, It was really funny because I was listening to various songs and I was like, I want to put something that sounds kind of fancy in this song that is like not gonna give me any copyright. So I went to YouTube's audio library. It's like basically a place that you can get free or copyright free songs. And I was just going through them and I was like, this one. And eventually I clicked on one and I was like, wait, I know this song. What is this? And I was like, bro, I swear I know this song. And I went to see who made the song. And I saw a band that I recognized and I was like, bro, is this on my Spotify? And I went to Spotify. And it was literally right there. I literally have a copyright-free song on my Spotify playlist. I don't even know how I got that, but I do. And that's concerning. How do you even get to the point that you get some YouTube... some song from the YouTube's free library on your Spotify playlist? What was this? You perform poorly when you can tell if you're doing well or not. Neutral. I forgot my logic though, but it is neutral. Perform poorly when you can tell if you're doing well or not. I mean, you always try to do your best. So like, you should always try your best, even if you know if you're doing well or not, right? So neutral. Because you can still do something bad, but like, you try. $39. Let me move this. You've stuck with things long. You've stuck with things long after they stop being good for you because quitting felt like betrayal. I strongly disagree. I don't feel like. I mean, if there's no reason to stick with something at some point, especially if it's not good for me, why would I stick? You know, it's just like that. It's like, does it feel like betrayal? I would be betraying myself if I stay. That's it. Like the tutorial. I wanted to make another tutorial, but for like vertical videos, like shorts and such. Do your best or don't do it? Exactly. You would rather be hated than having to pretend to be someone else. I agree. I very, very strongly agree with that. It is the thing I said a moment ago, like, people said as a kid I was a weird guy and something. I wasn't exactly hated, but if I ended up being hated, I would have been okay because I just like being me. Boom. The question targeted to gambling addicts? Wait, which one? Oh, you mean the one about quitting. Bro. Hey, hello Kurka. What's quirking? I'm doing what is this called? Personality test? I don't know what it's called. It's from Undertale. It's not official, but it's really cool to do. It is, as you can see, 66 questions. It's quite long. But it's really fun. The one about quitting. See, I don't gamble. That's why I always tell you guys, don't gamble. Look at me, actually following my own advice without even knowing. When something looks unlikely to work, you would rather put your effort somewhere it will. Just agree. I didn't go too extreme on that, it's just like a simple agree. Because if something is unlikely to work, you should put your efforts in something that will work. At the same time, it's not wrong to make an effort to make this work. And it's also not a waste. I don't really see it as a waste. So that's why I ended up going with just agree. Whoa, didn't make noises. That made me nervous. Agree. Sunk cost fallacy? The what? If I keep going and see it through, you would go all the way to the end. You believe that solving someone's issues for them would be doing disservice to them. I strongly agree. I agree so much with that. You can help someone, but I shouldn't be the one fixing people's issues. Because people learn from failing, people learn from fixing issues and dealing with situations. If I'm the one fixing those things, the other person doesn't really learn anything and doesn't really or improves as a person. So yeah, I strongly agree it's making a disservice to someone. If someone says you wouldn't do something, you need to prove them wrong. No, I don't care. I simply don't care. If I say I can do something and someone just goes like, oh, but you wouldn't do it, prove me wrong, I would just be like, I don't need to prove you wrong. I know I can do what I can do. That's it. Like sometimes on stream, I may do it on stream just for the bit, but it's like in reality, I'm just gonna be like, bro, I don't need to prove anything. I just know what I can and can't do. The glasses look like if you added another layer of lens, you look like you'd be able to do laser vision. My glasses are special. I can do crazy things with my glasses. I don't care about proving people wrong. It's just not... It doesn't make sense to prove people wrong. As long as you know you're right, then I think that's more than enough. In a way that would be trying to correct someone as well, I feel, so... Yeah. You keep quiet about things that bother you until they become unbearable. Agree. Do I keep quiet about things that bother me? Yeah. Do they become unbearable at some point and I'm gonna react? Also, yeah. Am I gonna do it 100% of the times? No. It depends a lot on the person or the situation, so it's just an agree. You don't mind sitting in silence with someone for a long time? I do not mind, actually. Strongly agree. I'm just okay. It's like, I feel like some people, if they sit in silence with someone, it's like they need to talk and, you know, they have an itch. But to me, it's like, if I can stay in silence with someone, I'm okay with that. It doesn't concern me. It's just like peace. Peace between two people. Nothing needs to be said. You can enjoy, it is the thing that you can enjoy the silence while having someone's presence. I know some people, if they have someone next to them, they need to talk, they need to do something, or they need to interact with them. But to me, it's just like, I can enjoy someone's presence without speaking to them. So yeah, I do strongly agree. You have to interrupt people when talking about something that excites you. What did I put in that? What is this? 46? Strongly disagree. Okay. With this one, I know that, I mean, I do try to avoid interrupting people even if something excites me, and I tend to keep it until I can speak. Like, it's basically waiting for your turn. And if I somehow interrupt someone, I'm gonna be like, oh, sorry, you go ahead. Because the other person was speaking, like... Can I still do it by accident? Sure. But I'm not gonna keep speaking after that. It's just like, oh, sorry, my bad. You know? So it's just like... Disagree or... Strongly disagree? No, strongly disagree, actually. Strongly disagree. You think some of your interests are embarrassing and avoid talking about them in front of people you're not close with? No, I strongly disagree on this one too. I really don't care. Like, I don't think any of my interests are embarrassing. Because it's just like, I like something and that's it. And then it's like, do I avoid talking of them in front of people I'm not close with? At the same time, why would I care what someone who's not close to me is gonna think? So why would I avoid speaking about those things, you know? So it's just like, I strongly disagree on this because I don't feel like my interests are embarrassing, and I don't avoid talking about the specific things in front of certain people. It's just like, if it happens, it happens, and that's it. You believe that sugarcoating things can only make them worse in the long term? I strongly agree. I definitely strongly agree on this. I know some people like to sugarcoat things, but I feel like this only benefits you in the short term, which is never what you should be thinking about. I think it's always good to think about the long term, and you should be as honest as possible when it comes to, well, anything. So you shouldn't be sugarcoating anything, you should just be saying things as they are. I specifically thought about a very specific situation, but I don't want to say that. But yeah, I thought about a very specific situation that happened to me, that basically someone told me something, they didn't sugarcoat that, and I was very grateful about it, because it was difficult in the moment, and at first it hits you, but at the same time, I don't like having anything sugarcoated to me, and I don't like doing that to other people, because in my experience, I appreciate when people tell me things as they are, and I feel like it is the best for others to also have the same treatment. Again, that's just my opinion. So, strongly agree. Difficult situations hardly stress you out? Strongly agree. I also strongly agree on this, because I try to stay cool as much as possible. I even remembered one time in university, I was submitting an exam, and it was an online exam, and I remember I had like 1 second left, and even then I was like, well, I had like 5 seconds left, and even then I was like, I was trying to stay as calm as possible, and I was doing things so quickly at that time. I ended up also sending that with 1 second left remaining. That was kind of crazy. But yeah, I know they don't really stress me out. You think about them, and I try to be aware of the situation, but like, stressing myself out, I try to avoid it as much as possible and just try to stay focused. So, did I put that right? Strongly agree. Yeah. Thought I put something wrong. You believe some things are unattainable even if you want them to be, and that's settling for... You believe some things are unattainable even if you want them, and that's settling for what it is. For what is acceptable. For what is acceptable. Strongly disagree. I don't believe anything is unattainable. I think everything is attainable, because if someone is able to do something, then you should also be able to do that something. And just settling for what is acceptable is like, sure, but at the same time, you can do anything you want. Like, if someone else did it, why wouldn't you be able to? That is just what I think. It's like, just why wouldn't you be able to get to that point too? Like, it may take you more work or more effort, but it doesn't make it impossible. Being liked matters more to you than being understood? I strongly disagree. I don't really care too much about being liked by others. It's like, if some people will like me, some people won't like me, but that's it. That's just life. And then it's like, being understood. It's like, also being understood to me is like, it's not that big of a deal. Someone also will eventually understand you, and someone will eventually like you. It's like, that's why I just went with this strongly disagree. You're comfortable putting your own needs first when they clash with someone else's? Neutral. I think this is also one of those that is just like very context dependent. Like, if I need to put my needs first, I will do it. But I would also try to be very considerate if they clash with someone else's and they just for some reason need priority. Because you need to put yourself in other people's shoes. At least from my own thoughts. You would have to be doing that. So it's like, am I comfortable putting my needs first? I am, but I'm also comfortable putting someone else's needs first, if needed. So I'm just neutral about this. You tend to endure difficult situations rather than to be the one to end them. Strongly disagree. I don't like to endure a difficult situation for too long, and if I can end it, I will end it. And I know that too well. Like, if something is just too much, I'll just be like, yeah, and you know, I need to have obviously let's call it the cards to play the game and actually end the situation, but if I can, I'll do it. Because sometimes it's just pointless to keep something going. And you know, I don't really like... I mean, if it's a difficult situation, you want to get over that as soon as possible. So, I strongly disagree. If what intervening in matters, then don't concern you directly. I always. It is like I said a moment ago, if it doesn't concern me, then it's none of my business. And I would avoid that as much as possible because it's just none of my business. So yeah, I do avoid getting my nose in places I shouldn't be getting into. So I always avoid that. Seeing someone else being treated unfairly angers you deeply. I think something key is that it says like it angers you deeply. It is implying that you feel something, right? And I ended up going with a strongly agree because I don't like when people get mistreated. And if I were able to help someone not being treated that way, I may be able to do it in some way. Maybe not directly, but in some way. At the same time, it's like, even if I don't do something, it would definitely make me angry because it's just... It's kind of like what I said a moment ago, right? It's like trying to put yourself in other people's shoes. And if I was in the other person's shoes, I know that I would be... I would have emotions of my own that I wouldn't like. So when I try to think about that, it's just like, yeah, I mean, does it make me angry? Sure, and I agree. Doesn't mean that I'm gonna do something, or doesn't mean that I'm, you know, gonna act based on that. But I feel like this question is more about feeling rather than acting, because it says like it angers you deeply. Again, doesn't mean you're gonna do something. It's just that kind of thing. So I went with I strongly agree. You always value the journey more than the destination, more than you do the destination. On this one, it seems I put neutral. And I feel like the journey is always extremely important. Like, I tend to enjoy the journey more than the destination. At the same time, it's always about context. What is the destination? You know? It's just based on what the destination is exactly. Because depending on what it is, you're gonna enjoy the journey more, or the journey is gonna be more valuable. Maybe not about valuable enjoying, but you know, what is the destination exactly? I think that's why I put neutral, because it's just about that. If you give me specific situations, more often than not, I may just go with the strongly agree, or maybe an agree. Now I could change it also. On my original, I really put neutral on this. But I really I tend to value the journey more than the destination. Well, that is a tend to, it's not like every single time. I guess I can put agree in this case. I'm gonna go with agree. Not always, because again, sometimes it's not really... Sometimes the destination is good, and the journey is not that good. But yeah, let's go with agree. 57. When someone is struggling, letting them fail and learn from their experiences sometimes for the best, I agree. I don't strongly agree, but I agree with that. I agree because I feel like failing and learning is a part of success. I feel like you cannot really succeed at something without failing. Like, it just feels wrong. If you somehow did, it just feels wrong. Because to make or to be successful at something, it meant that you fail a lot first, right? Like, you cannot just... For example, you cannot expect yourself to be a professional at doing a certain thing without thinking that the same person who's now a professional at some point failed a bunch of times. So, would I let them fail and learn from the experience? And what I think is sometimes the best? Sure. At the same time, there's nothing wrong with letting your hand a bit. Like, it doesn't mean I'm just gonna ignore them completely, but you know, there's nothing wrong if I just try to help them a bit. And I feel that's also okay. Like, I cannot go with this strongly agree, but I'm gonna go with agree. Also, it says something like strongly disagree, and I don't know if you see it, it says like the room in between. I never got that. I don't know why it says like the room in between. So yeah, I'm just gonna go with agree, because I don't even know what the room in between means. You're more critical of yourself than you are of others. Neutral. Am I critical of myself? Yes. But I'm also critical of others. Like, it doesn't mean that I tell people when I'm being critical of them, but I am critical of people. Even if I don't say anyone to the other person, I'm always having my own opinion on people based on what they've done. So I know that I very constantly think about all these things. So I can only say neutral. You would put yourself in harm's way if it meant helping someone you hold dear. That is also neutral. It's just neutral because it's like, would I put myself in harm's way? Helping someone I hold dear? Depends. Context. Again, it's like context is always key. Would I do it sometimes? Yes. Would I not do it sometimes? Also yes, I wouldn't do it. I would do it and I wouldn't do it. It's just context dependent, as always. So this is just neutral. You sometimes think of yourself as better than other people? I never do. I don't think I'm better than anyone else, and I don't think anyone is better than me, so it's just like, I disagree. I really disagree with this. It's like, why would I think I'm better than other people? No. So this is a bad bodyguard? What do you mean I'm a bad bodyguard? Unbelievable. Others would say you are close-minded or stuck in your ways. Agree. Not too much because of the close-minded bit, but because I tend to be stuck in my own ways, and I tend to really be stuck in my ways. Now, am I close-minded? I like to open my mind, but I always also like to stand very stuck in my own stuff. Won't jump in front of a bullet for us, Chad? No. You take the bullet. You take the bullet for me, actually. Because I'm a much better person. When faced with the hardships, your first instinct is to keep going no matter what. Yeah. I strongly agree. Just keep going. Otherwise, I mean, it's sometimes, sometimes, like every time it's the only thing you can do. Usually prefer having difficult conversations once the heat of the moment has passed. I agree, because I feel like it's the best most of the times. But I feel like sometimes it's also not wrong to just have the conversation in the heat of the moment. So it's just an agree. You would happily accept a flattering description of yourself that isn't accurate. That is a strongly disagree. Like, if I know it's wrong, like, why? I would generally be asking, like, why did you say that? So I strongly disagree. You have taken up many things that you haven't seen through to the end. Disagree. There's some things that you don't see all the way to the end, but like, I tend to avoid it. But still, it's gonna happen, and I have done it in the past, so it's just like, I feel that's normal. Disagree. Having done something and failed, it's still better than not having done anything at all. Strongly agree. What was a phrase? I saw something, it was a phrase recently that said that, I don't remember where it was from, but it said something like, 20 years from now, like, okay, today you're gonna do something, and maybe you won't feel much about doing that something, but maybe 20 years from now, you're gonna be happy that you did that something. Because in other situations, 20 years from now, you're gonna regret the fact that you didn't do that something. Anyway, I do strongly believe that doing something and failing is much better than not doing anything. Because, and sometimes I also consider, like, sometimes doing something means not doing anything at the same time. Because sometimes you just let things flow for the moment, and then you can act based on that. But yeah, I mean, doing nothing is doing something. And failing, like, I've been saying it all the time, failing is okay. And I'm really okay with failing at anything. So I strongly agree. Have you answered? Honestly, I have. You acknowledge the possibility of pain and seizure? Yes. Patience, that's the one they gave me. They gave me patience. Patience, integrity, 69. 68, 60, perseverance, justice, 66, kindness, 27 determination, and 24 bravery. Anyway, this is a really fun quiz. Patience is a much rarer virtue than people think, because most of what gets called patience is just slowness or avoidance. Patience is the active choice not to force something to happen before its time has come, and to understand the things that cause you pain instead of letting instinct fight them off. It gives you unusual tolerance for unresolved situations, while other people need to know things immediately, to have the answers as soon as possible, or to say and do things in the heat of the moment. You can hold an open mouth for a long time without it eating at you, while you thoroughly think about how to solve the issue. I mean, this is just very related on the fact that you don't have to act immediately, and it kinda is the thing that you said, it's like doing nothing is doing something. Because you just wait for things to unfold in front of you before you actually do something. At least I explain what is patience in this one. The shadow of one's soul. Patience can very easily turn into stillness. If the patient fails to find the answer they're looking for, or they're asked to make a decision before they feel ready, they might decide that it's better not to make a decision at all, running from the situation instead of facing it. It can also come at a cost for other people. Let's wait and see. That is something that I've also said many times. Let's wait and see is a reasonable position to take when you're not the one being harmed in the meantime, and patients can only slow to notice when the problems that don't concern them become someone else's, especially when it comes to finding closure. Often confused with perseverance. Both virtues concern themselves with facing hardships regardless of how long it may take, but where perseverance keeps moving even when faced with the most difficult circumstances, patience is willing to stop moving until the circumstances have changed. What is my difference between those two, by the way? 84 and 60. Oh wait, 69. Why is it not telling me about integrity? Oh, this one. Oh, because it's the secondary. But I'm tied with integrity and perseverance. You know, it's not like it's different. They're both 69. It's 84 with a lot of patience, and then 69, 69. Then justice is 68. Everything is very tight, especially these two. It's literally the same. I don't even know why this one is on top. Why would it be on top? Is it just a blue? The second strongest virtue is integrity at 69. Good number though. Thanks to the anchor that is integrity's framework of personal rules, the integrous patient is able to spend a long time reasoning about who they want to become and how they reach that goal, planning the next step so that it doesn't betray their ideals, and figuring out the best road to take along the way. They stay true to themselves and are calm and honest, qualities not easily found. For the same reason, the integrous patient may end up stagnant if faced with choices that challenge their morals in ways that they can accept, or worse, if they lose sight of themselves along the way. Your lowest virtue is bravery, 24%. Of course, no one can be perfect at anything or everything. So true, bestie. Anyway, it's really cool. It's also really nice when you try to read this thing and you try to reflect yourself in that, right? It's like you try to be like, oh, how is this gonna apply to me? And again, you always have to be honest about what you try to reflect on that. Honesty is key. Anyway, I really wanted to do that on stream. I would have done it on stream, but I ended up doing that in the middle of my break. I can finally close the tab, by the way. I had the tab opened just to make sure I wouldn't lose all of the progress. Because I was like, what if I close the tab and then I cannot see it again? I'm just happy they also let you see the answers, so I can just go around and copy them. Even then I changed one, it wasn't exactly a copy. Oh my god, I'm trying to scratch. I'm trying to use my feet, or like my toe, to scratch another toe. It's like I'm using the big toe of my left foot to scratch the one on the pinky on the right one. Oh, it does feel good. Hold on. Okay. I'm happy now. I have successfully scratched my own what's it called? Toe. Okay. I need a sip of water, by the way. Ugh. Ugh. Huh? Oh. How hot is it? Why do I feel so hot? What is the temperature? Really? I feel like it's kinda hot. I don't know why, but I really feel like really hot. Oh, I'm gonna die. I'm alive, okay. How long has it been, by the way? 2 hours? I feel like it's been 3. Yeah, I really feel like it's been a long time. Only 2 hours, really? Time is strangely not flying. Normally it flies. Not today, but normally the time flies. That also brought something to my head, but I'll keep it to myself for now. I'll just keep it to myself. Aww. Oh. Oh. Sorry, I saw something. Ew. I don't get why I'm so sweaty really. I'm still thinking, why am I so sweaty? What is going on? I feel like my whole bag is full of sweat. And it shouldn't be full of sweat. Why am I full of sweat? I have the fan next to me and it's not doing anything. Oh, hold on. I moved it. I moved the fan and I put it at full power, I think. Oh, that is good. It's hitting all of my body now. Holy, that's good. Oh my god. I did magic. I just moved... Oh my god, I just moved the fan a tiny bit. I even moved it away from me. It's not like close or anything, I moved it away. And I put it at full power. Maybe that's why it's working actually. Just because I ended up like putting it away, so like I'm covering more area. Or like more of my body with the wind. Maybe. Just possibly. Okay, now I'm getting cold. I put my whole arm away also. I ended up moving my whole arm so it would be right in front of the fan. Like it is hitting all of my body, but I just tried to do that and see what happened. And holy. It's like I'm not cold. My arm is getting cold, but I am good. If that makes sense. Wait, can I? Hold on. Can I? What? How is it not touching my bag? Huh? Why is this not touching my back? I'm trying to make it so all the weight... Oh, I got it. As I was saying that. I was gonna say, I was trying to make the fan so it would be blowing on my back. I have successfully achieved that. I'm at peace now. I successfully mastered the art of having a fan blowing on my back. Which admittedly sounds strange, but I am doing it. And it does feel quite nice actually. Holy. Bro, this is underrated actually. Oh. My whole back went from being super sweaty to being just not sweaty. It may be, maybe, just because, this is just a theory, it may be just because my back is naturally up against the chair. So maybe that's why it gets so sweaty, because I didn't feel sweaty in my body, but specifically in my back. Anyway, happy now. Now I can sit normally. Whoa. I just felt like really hot. That's perfect. Thank you very much. Whoa. Someday I'm gonna have like... Someday I'm gonna be like super rich and I'm gonna get my own room with like natural ventilation. Oh, actually, that doesn't make any sense. I do have natural ventilation. I'm gonna get wind. I'm gonna get a house on top of a mountain. I'm gonna be like super rich. And I'm gonna open the window. And I'm gonna get natural ventilation from the mountain, so I'm never gonna be hot. My room is always gonna be cool. I'm also gonna put something so the mosquitoes don't enter the room. Because I know they would. I don't know how they do it, to be honest. How do mosquitoes even get in some places? I never get that. Like, I remember specifically, this was like a long time ago, but I used to live in a house. You need a house for your Ferrari? I do. Wait, Brad Raid? Wait, what? Why is it not giving you a notification? What the heck? Anyway, hello Anna, how you doing? How was the stream? How are you? Why is it... How recent is that? Hold on. What's the notification though? I really don't see it. The stream was good. I'm tired. What were you doing? How was it? Also, yeah, my house needs a... I mean, I need a house for the Ferrari. I need a house for my Ferrari and my plane. Bro, I'm gonna be so rich. I'm actually gonna have a Ferrari and a plane. Imagine. Both things. Just like that. Rad Raid, hey, hello Flash, nice to see you. I was playing Majora's Mask as a randomizer for a race. Oh, do you play that on an emulator? Didn't finish in the 4-hour time, but I still had fun. That's nice. I like Majora's Mask. Only thing that makes me mad about Majora's Mask, and this is an issue I actually had as a kid, I never finished Majora's Mask. Not because I didn't like the game, it's because I didn't like the fact that I would have to race against the time and I would have to complete the game in a certain amount of time. So I just never ended up actually playing. Converted to the PC recom code 2ship to Hakinian. Maybe there's people that did Ocarina of Time one. Oh, I like Ocarina of Time. I did finish that one. That's crazy, it's such a good game. I always hate people saying it's such a good game. And like, I mean, I've seen how the game ends and everything. Well, I've seen like, what, 10 years ago? So I don't really remember many details. I want to play it at some point. The limit really isn't that bad. People just psych themselves out. I think it might have been because I was a kid too. So, you know, it's like, you're like a kid and then you see like this thing telling you that you have a certain amount of time to complete the game. So you kind of panic because of that. Maybe that's why. Is that on the 3DS? Is Majora's Mask on the 3DS? Because I could get it from my 3DS. I have Ocarina of Time, which they did release. I really trying to remember. I really don't know if it was. It might have been. I also haven't played with my 3DS in like a month. It should still work. Something funny though about that, now that I mentioned my 3DS, I didn't play with it for like 2 months before that, and I went to turn on my 3DS and it took like 5 minutes. It was so painful. It's a 3DS version, but it's kind of a bad port. The mod fixes it though. The mod. I mean, I'm still sure there's some... I mean, I've put mods on the 3DS as well, so it should be alright to do something like that, but who knows. It would also need to be made for the 3DS. Still, would it even be that bad to make it on the... on PC? Don't think so. Right? I don't really know many emulators though. No. I was thinking about something, but no, I don't think so. I was gonna say, like, doesn't Nintendo get really mad at people using emulators? But then I was like, would they care that much? If you have a modded 3DS is easy, or easy, or you can emulate it, then I should be able to. I have it modded. For political reasons, that's a joke. But yeah, I have as a joke, I have a modded 3DS. It's really cool. In reality, it is really, really cool. It makes things so comfortable. It's so easy to do as well. I know some people. I know you can potentially break the console, but I feel like you would have to be. You would have to be not agile with the machinery. Yeah, I was gonna say stupid, but I don't want to say stupid. I don't feel like stupid is quite a word, but you know, you would need to be lacking a bit of carefulness. But yeah, it's an easy process. I'm gonna need to get some food. Okay, enjoy your food. Happy you had a good time. Hope you had a good one. Welcome back. Thank you, Anna. Thank you. Hope you keep enjoying Majora's Mask. You've played that before in another stream, I think. At least I think I saw you playing that on another stream. Besides today. Anyway, thank you for the raid. Thank you very much. Hope you have a good meal. I really appreciate that. I need another sip. I'm drinking so much water today, by the way. It's kind of crazy. Maybe it's because I haven't really spoken much in like the last 2 weeks. Maybe. Maybe not. I don't know. But I'm getting very thirsty. Although, to be fair, I was already getting thirsty even before the stream. I guess I'm just actually thirsty, and that's it. There's nothing else. May just needs water. Otherwise, I'd perish. How long was it then? 2 hours. I'm gonna do like, I think I'm gonna do like 3 hours maybe of the stream. Then I can see who I can raid. Because because I lost my train of thought. No, I remember, I lied. I remember what I was gonna say. I want to do a bit of a small stream because, and now for real, I mean, it's just a Chinese stream, you know. I don't feel like it needs to be super long or anything. And I feel like 3 hours is quite alright, especially just for coming back. I really wanna... Wait, no. What am I doing tomorrow? Did I put Sonic Mania? Please tell me I did. Oh, I did. Nice. I put it on my schedule. I put Sonic Mania on my schedule. I was so worried I didn't do it. I really want to play Sonic Mania. I've been thinking about that so much because I made a post since I have my second anniversary on the 29th. I was thinking like, well, I was thinking first of all that's dangerous. Second of all, I was thinking that it would be cool to play it, especially because I did a small, I made a post on YouTube and I was like, my second anniversary is this week. What would you guys like me to do? Someone specifically said Sonic Mania because it was my first stream and I was like, damn, that is kind of a good idea. Like, it's kind of obvious, but I didn't think about that. That is not my anniversary anyway, but you know, it's like a good way of celebrating the early anniversary. It's like Christmas, you know, you don't celebrate Christmas on the 25th. You wait, you kind of do it on the 24th, and then you celebrate on the 25th, or vice versa, you know, it's like the whole week feels like Christmas. And it's just kind of the same thing. Basically, before the actual thing, Sonic Mania. Just for the nostalgia. So interesting to see, 29 August 2024, doesn't even feel like that. Like, I went to YouTube Studio right now. It really was 29 August 2024. But no, it doesn't feel that way. Doesn't feel like 2 years. What's funny though that I'm saying, that stream has 30 views. I know many people have also seen that stream prior to the actual stream because they wanted to see what my first stream was. That stream should have 0 views. I know that stream had 0 views. Because I remember no one watched it. Which is funny to think about. It is also kind of like the thing you expect naturally, because I mean, if you stream for the first time, you shouldn't really expect anyone to come to your stream, at least in my opinion. But I don't know, it's so funny to think about. It's like, damn, no one watched it. So I know some people also get really, well, maybe not really lucky, but some people are fortunate enough that they don't have to go through that passage of no one watching them. Man, just thinking about that is an experience. It's just an experience. I even remember, like, that stream was what, 2 hours long, I think? Let me check. Oh wait, wrong thing. This one. 2 hours. Almost exactly 2 hours and 6 minutes and 27 seconds. What's funny about that stream is that I remember very clearly how much my throat was hurting during the stream. Because I was trying to speak, like, no one was watching, but I wanted to speak just in case someone would come to my stream. You know, it wouldn't be like absolute silence. But what's funny is that I really remember how much my throat was hurting. Like, I remember I was trying to clear my throat and drinking a lot of water, but I was dying. And I remember, like, just ending the stream and just being like, bro, my throat feels like it's gonna give up at some point. And at some point very soon. And it would hurt so much. It's just really funny. I wasn't really used to speaking so much for so long. I used to be such a person. I never watched that stream, by the way. Maybe at some point. Maybe for like my 3rd or 4th year, I'm gonna watch my own first stream and I'm gonna cringe. But I would cringe so hard. I also know that I wouldn't like to watch it. It would be funny to watch it, but I wouldn't like to watch it because I know I would cringe. Oh my god, can you imagine just watching your first stream? Ew. As much as someone else didn't watch me, I wouldn't watch me. I don't even know if it was a good or bad stream, to be honest. It might have been kinda bad. But I also don't know, because I don't have enough memory to actually know what I said or like how much I spoke on that stream. It would be an experience. Man. 2 years. Time flies dangerously quick. What's impressive though that I'm also seeing is that I was actually kind of streaming continuously. I didn't take any big breaks in between, because I have one 29 August 2024, then I did one on the 3rd of September, then on the 5th, then on the 9th, which I guess is, I mean, I kind of waited a bit, then 11th, 20, I guess I also waited a bit there, 20, 21, 24, 30, and then 1st of October. It's like, there's a gap sometimes, but sometimes I just go very continuous. It's like 9th of October, 10th of October, 30th, 15th, and then it's like 20th. Sometimes it's like I waited a bit, and sometimes I went immediately to stream. When did I get a schedule exactly? 26, 29, 31? 2nd of October, 5th, 11th, 16th, 4th. Oh my god, I didn't stream for like a big while. From November 16th, 2024 until December 4th, 2024. Damn. Why didn't I stream during that time? I'm trying to think, why didn't I stream during that time? And then December 4th, and then December 17th. But okay, but when did I make schedules though? I still don't see a pattern. And I'm on January 25? January 27, 30, 6, 8, 13, 16, 19, 20, 26. No, again, I'm gonna jump. Unless, no. 19, 20, 26, 28. Oh wait. That is funny. There's an actual stream that says streaming nothing. And I think it's just a black screen. Bro, that is so random. Actually, it was random even for my experience. I remember this stream specifically, the streaming nothing stream. 5 hours and 42 minutes. I know why I made that though. I just wanted to stream, but I was really sleepy, so I just went to sleep and I left the stream. Streaming. Hello, Shakanana. That is strange. Oh wait. 15, 16, 17. 3 days in a row streaming. Oh, but then 21, 22, 23. Oh, do I have a schedule at that point? 29, 30. No. 5th, 6th, 7th, 11th. No, I do have a schedule now. Oh, I see. It's around that time. The sleeping stream. You probably wouldn't even watch my sleeping stream. I would just be like... Oh no. I would have like also a giant text. Just being like... Like this, hold on. It would be like sleeping right now. And I put it like right there or something. I would make it more visible, but you get the point. Okay, nice. Nothing stream 2 when? Why would you want a nothing stream? That's perfect, Def needs to be a stream. No, you wouldn't watch it. No one would watch it. People would just take a pic and leave. And they would spit in my face and I wouldn't even realize. Can't wait for Sleeping Stream Part 2. It's not even called a sleeping stream, it's just called nothing. It's streaming nothing. because it's just a black screen. Like, I'm not even streaming myself sleeping. Like, I went to sleep during that time, but I didn't actually do anything. It's just a black screen, and that's it. Nothing else, just a magical black screen. I did play nothing. Playing nothing. There was a game called Nothing that I played. Basically, the game is like you open the game and you click, and the moment you click in the main menu, it starts playing, but it's just a timer. And if you even move your mouse a molecule, it's gonna detect the movement and it's gonna be like, oh, you lost, you did something. So yeah, that was more like it was kind of like a chatting stream, but you know, yeah, I did do that. Streaming Nothing Part 2 sounds cool. But why? Hello, Smoke Cuts, welcome back, thank you. How you doing? Nice to see you. And thank you for coming too. Ooh. Sorry, stretching myself. Big stretch. The big stretch of 26. Sick, I got sick. Oh, sorry to hear that. Not sorry to hear that. The ara specifically. But I missed it. It would be so Skibidi Sigma. No cap, that's true. It would be very Skibidi Sigma. It would be funny, that's for sure. Just a sleeping stream, like instead of nothing, actually just a sleeping stream and just, you know, me being knocked out. How are you? I'm doing very good actually, thank you. It's sorry. It's very good to just take a break and just relax for like a while. Sometimes not having to worry about anything. It's just nice, you know. At the same time, I like streaming. Will Blowhigh be sleeping too? Yeah. Well, I mean, the Blowhigh, I cuddle the Blowhigh when I sleep. By the way, I'm gonna make my poll because I forgot. On YouTube, I want to make a mascot, but what should it be? Question mark. A shark with wolf or wolf attribute. Do you call it attributes or characteristics? I'm stuck in my room until further notice right now. Let's go! So lucky. So lucky. Nemo fish? Wait, what do you mean Nemo fish? I want to create a mascot for the channel. Question, no, exclamation mark. I want to create a mascot for the channel. But what do you think should be? Actually, you don't see what I'm doing, right? I'm gonna show you. I'm trying to do this right now. My throat is so sore, though it hurts and cough. Oh, that actually sucks. What is the to be blue, so same color scheme? Doesn't need to exactly be blue. You know, it can be anything. Because the thing is, I want to make the mascot, but I mean, the two ideas I had was basically a shark with wolf characteristics, or just the opposite. It's like a wolf with shark characteristics. So in this case, it's like a shark. Let's say, for example, with like a wolf, with like wolf ears or something, or instead it's like a wolf with like a shark tail or something. You know what I mean? Then I also want to do something extra because I want to make this on stream, right? Like I want to make a drawing stream and I want to design it on stream because I was gonna do this by myself, but I feel like it would be cool to do it on stream. Anyway, one thing I also want to do with this is that I want to make like a template. Like basically I make one that doesn't really have any colors, and then if someone wants to take that file and paint it and then customize it, they could do it. I feel like that would be nice too. I'm gonna try to get some rest. Good night in chat. I'll go back if I can sleep. Okay, I hope you can sleep though. Lose soy my crab. I don't like crabs. I really don't like crabs. It's like, ew. Werewolf, like mermaid wolf shark? No, it's too human. It feels too human. I don't know. I also was gonna put like something like that. Wolf top half, shark bottom. I mean, kind of like that if I make it have a tail. It's kind of like this. Wolf with shark characteristics. Is characteristic the word though? I'm still thinking about that. But it will be kind of like this option. I feel like this would be cooler personally. But I also wouldn't mind having this one. I feel like both are cool, really. So at least this is what I'm in between these things right now. Now, of course, if you have any other suggestions, you're welcome to make them. This is just what I'm thinking at the moment. Whoa. I moved my keyboard slightly and I feel like a tap. Ah. And also next week, like I said before, next week I'm gonna be doing the main outfit reveal. So just keep that in mind. I'm also gonna be making posts and everything. I wanted to promote it, as they say. So I'm probably gonna be making like a bunch of posts, kind of like this one. Beep 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 beep. No, again, do you guys think characteristics is the right word, or would you use another word for what I mean? Huh. You're gonna see Totto's epic vid. I just hope people like it. I really just hope people will like it too. Because I do like it, obviously. Otherwise I wouldn't be happy with it and I wouldn't be thinking about it yet. But we shall see. Beep 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 beep. She's supposed with close-ups of new parts of this is on YouTube, community area and Twitch too. I could. I could do that. And one per day reminding people when you do the reveal maybe? No, yeah, I need to remind people every single time. That is the idea. I do want to make like one basically every day. Just being like, bro, look at this. Countdown 7 days to reveal. How should I like the idea of the countdown? Okay. I think characteristics is good. Alright. Yeah, I mean, yeah, I guess. Pixies one you could do like the whole thing like who's that Pokemon? No, but that would be like the last day, you know? It wouldn't be like, or maybe the thumbnail, I don't know. I would need to see. I was gonna take inspiration from someone, but not gonna say who, but I was gonna take inspiration from someone that I thought did quite a nice job with it. By the way, you can vote on this for now. I cannot vote on that because I made it, so it doesn't really let me vote, but now you can vote on this. Then when someone does something, I will be able to see it, and I'm gonna know everything Look, I know the information. I obviously need to refresh if that was the case, but I have the information. Oh, I stretch. I stretched. But yeah, there's probably gonna be a stream next week. The one designing the mascot. I feel strange saying mascot in English. Mascot. Sounds funny, mascot. Oh, you know what would be cool? For the reveal, I don't know if it would make a difference though. It would be kind of cool to have a profile picture of just the shape. I don't think it's that big of a deal though, in that case. It's just like a really small thing that most people will just ignore. Nah, I'm not gonna do that one. But I'll change my mind. The what? That's genius. I mean, it's kind of cool. I don't know. At the same time, I don't know. It is kind of a cool idea though. But I feel like most people, especially new people, they will just look at that and they will be like confused because it will be like, what is that? You know? That's why it's like, I thought it was cool, but then I took it back immediately. Just because of that reason. It's like, would it be cool? Yes, it would be cool. Would it be confusing? Yes, it would be confusing. No biggie. It is what it is. Hello Indigo Archangel, how's it going today? It's going very good, thank you for asking. I came back from streaming after 2 weeks. I didn't stream for 2 weeks and now I'm back. And I feel happy about that. So hello, how you doing though? What is up with you? How is life treating you lately? Did I break my... No, I didn't. I thought I broke my YouTube studio. Because I was trying to check some other stuff. But it's all good. Don't panic. I want to see... Really want to see who is streaming on YouTube and Twitch. I panic, don't. Don't panic. If you panic, an orangutan is gonna come through your window and the orangutan is gonna kidnap you. So don't. You don't wanna panic. The orangutans go crazy. They had me kidnapped for the last 2 weeks and they had me in like a room. It was a wide room with like rubber walls and rats. They were trying to get information out of me. It's crazy. They are crazy. You really don't want to deal with that. It's gonna create a trauma. Why is no one streaming on YouTube? What? Literally trying to find someone on YouTube and I see no one streaming. What happened? Concerning. Hello Zol. I just woke up. Nice. Hope you slept well. Nice to see you. Thank you for coming too. Thank you. Very nice to see you, like I said. All of this. Huh? Oh. For what? Twitch has banana and ow. Banana? How are we gonna finish soon though? She hasn't started finishing yet. Okay, but I need to see YouTube though. Hold on. I'm gonna refresh actually. Jenix is live on Twitch, not YouTube. I saw her live on YouTube. Actually, the only person I see live on YouTube. Funnily enough. I was trying to see if someone is gonna start streaming soon, but I cannot see the channel for some reason. Even though I've been going in circles. Okay. Just gonna search it manually. No. Okay. That is so not soon. Jenix is cool. Bro, Jenix is so sweet. Jenix is actually so sweet. She sent me a message when I was having my break. It was randomly. And she says, haven't seen you in a while, but hope you're doing weirdly well. She was thinking about me. And I didn't even do anything. She was just thinking about me randomly. She's so in love with me. She's not gonna DMs. She's been on my DMs for a long time. Aww. Bro. I'm just surprised she really is the only one streaming on YouTube though. That is a big surprise. Alright. Because she loves me, she knows to get me. She knows to get me, she goes to Totto. Nah. You know the reality. This ship, hope things go well. She was in love with me in Mythopia, if that counts. So she loves Totto? Yeah. Yeah, she does love me. Look, she even... I ended up saying... For someone who claims to be all mean and evil, you are very nice. I'm just taking a break from streaming, doing a few things in between since I technically have extra time. I'll be back next week, so you won't miss me much longer. Middle finger. That's what she replied with. She just replied with middle finger. Which, I mean, it's basically a heart, right? Like, it's not so different, a middle finger from a heart. It's like the same. Oh, that's kinda cool. Wait, I need to refresh Twitch just to make sure. Hold on. Heart in disguise. Exactly. You know how like the middle finger... What was the finger that is actually connected to the heart? She wants to finger you, bro. Jake. Why is it the first thing that you thought about? Have you always been this freaky? Okay, let's see. What do you mean? Don't worry about it, don't worry about it. Just, don't worry about it. Okay. On Twitch, I have quite a few options. Oh, it's kind of fitting, actually. Jake has a point. What do you mean? He doesn't have a point. That you came back whole and well. Thank you. I appreciate that. On Twitch, I have many options to rate, actually. I have Yumi Cafe Art, who rated me once. Be a YouTuber, I think. Is still radical design. Let me see quickly. It's Streamiversary. The what? Affiliate anniversary, Donathan. Ah. Affiliate anniversary. Makes sense. Fingering isn't weird, it's natural. I'm gonna finger everyone in this restaurant. I can finger you, not you, and you. Don't finger me, woman. Do you guys know what I'm referencing? Wait, can I find it on YouTube? Oh my god, yes. I don't even know what this is from, but... Oh, it's so low quality on YouTube. It's whatever. 360p. Just let me get the audio. Actually, remove this.
Stop fingering me, okay?
What did you just say, Dad?
Your mother. She always fingers me every day.
That's not what that
So what are you trying to say? That she can finger me, but I cannot finger her?
That's not what that means,
Hey,
Dad.
I am the head of the household. I can finger anybody I want. I can finger anybody in this restaurant. You. No, not you.
No, not you. Can you imagine just feel like, no, not you. And then you don't know the context. That's just horrible, honestly. I would be slightly offended. Like, what do you mean not me? What is wrong with me, bro? I can figure out anyone in this restaurant. You, not you. Your mother figures me every day. It's so stupid. It's such a small clip, but it's so good. It's just a shame it's on 360p. I don't even know what that's from, really. Okay, going back to the rating operation. Let's see. Somebody's playing Splatoon Raiders. I don't even know what that is. Somebody's sketching. I see owl. I don't know how to be Korean. Who's Korean? Oh wait, I know what Korean is. Oh, but she's ended. Okay, never mind. I need to refresh Twitch. I'm back. Welcome back, Jake. I was on operation trying to see who to raid. Oh my god, I forgot you had so many points. And I forgot you're broke compared to Yusuf. Only second, bro. Bro's actually broke. Right channel. Let's see. Following. Should I do this one? Let's see what's happening in this room. Gambling? No, yeah, but don't gamble. I'm gonna rate this person. I remember they rated me a while ago. I don't remember how long ago, but they rated me at some point. I might have been drawing, and I feel like that's kind of cool. Do you stream on YouTube? No, actually, I'm gonna keep Janix on the one side. And I'm gonna do this on the other side. Okay. Hello, Shiren. Cute shark plushie, thank you. I have the same one in real life. I can probably show you later. No, I mean, not probably. I have pictures. I can surely show you later. But I have the same one. It's massive. It's like human size almost. It's really cool and really soft. It's really comfortable for sleeping as well. How you doing? Nice to see you. Funnily enough, I was thinking about raiding you, but I saw you're not streaming anytime soon. So I couldn't do that. Bell. There should be a function on YouTube so you could see when people start the stream. I need to go to the channel to see when people actually stream stuff. Because I see a bunch of... Oh, let me copy paste that. I see a bunch of... What do you call it? A stream scheduled. But I don't know when they start. Sorry, I had to think. My brain was braining. Okay, I got my objectives. Hello, so you said box. Why is your box different? Funnily enough, I'm seeing Shiren's emoji as face red heart shape. And I had to open the thingy on YouTube to actually see the emoji. But then I see Sojuson's emoji and it is a box. Why? That's discrimination. Words is hard. I confirm words are very hard, especially when you play Wordle and they make up new words. And they bully you because they keep making up new words. So yes, words are very hard. I agree with you. It's painful, but it's true. We should create just a new language, and we should stream in that language. Oh, that is... Now I see... Now I really see everything was so useful, like, as that. Do any of these look as intended? Now it says Totto heart, face, red heart shape, and the box. I know that's because on I'm gonna die, sorry. On well, I use a thing called Mix It Up that it shows me both chats of YouTube and Twitch. And I know that's, well, specifically the ones in Twitch, it always shows them flawlessly. It is the ones in YouTube that it messes up. It's only those. So for example, that one says like, hello, Shokanana, person turquoise waving. I know which one it is, but it's just funny because it's like, you read that and you go like, what is that supposed to mean? Like, unless you know what the emojis look like and then you get the idea, you know? It's just funny. Kinda confusing, but funny. I am stupid. I was gonna say let's do Wordle and let's do GeoGuessr. Because I'm used to always doing that at the end. Person turquoise waving? No, you cannot trick me. You cannot trick me because it doesn't actually say that. It says like, what do you call it? The two dots? What do you call this thing? Let's see what it's called. Oh my god, symbol. What is the symbol called that is like one dot and then another dot on top? Anyway, is that thing person, no caps, dash, turquoise, no caps, dash, waving, and then the two dots? Yeah, just like that. Well, I don't know if you wrote it actually. No, yeah, you got it. That's what it shows us. Colon, a colon. But yeah, Shikananda, you got that. That's basically what I see. So if you actually write that, I won't be able to know if you're actually writing that or if you're actually using an emoji. Like, because of the context, I know people are doing one thing, but like, you know, I don't really know. Maybe this one is colon? Aww. Colon symbol. No, you got that. It is colon. The colon symbol is a punctuation mark consisting of two equally sized dots stacked vertically. Yeah, it's a colon. Nice. I have no idea what the other one is called. Comma dot. I should be renaming the symbols. That is two dots and comma dot. Then you have the apostrophe and you have double apostrophe. Bro, you should have hired me for this. Who named them, to be honest? Okay. What do we say we do the raid? There's a joke this week. How did you sell on Twitch too? I saw that, but I went to raid into this person that again, they raided me a while ago and they seem to be... It is an affiliate anniversary donathon. It is anniversary, so it's like... Anniversary, almost my anniversary, you know, it's like... Kinda close. Whenever you look downwards, your blood growth detaches from your head. What do you mean? The anniversary run? Okay. On YouTube? Why is it not loading? Beep 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 boom. Ba 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 boom. Boop 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 boom. Oh wait. Okay. Copy. Okay. On YouTube, I will raid into the Janix. I would like to open the stream too, because sometimes it takes a while. But yeah, on YouTube, I will raid into the Janix. On Twitch, I will be raiding into Yumi Cafe Art, who raided me around a month ago, I think. Maybe a bit more than a month. But I know they raided me at some point in history. Which is why I'm following them. And they seem to be celebrating the affiliate anniversary that they are having on Twitch. So I think that's nice. I have no idea if they're gonna remember me, but who cares? Anyway, on one side, the Janix is playing the Outlast Trials, playing with Dark Song Melody and Skitten Mitten. That's a cute name. I never see that first though, but that's a cute name. Playing the Outlast Trials, and on the other side again Splatoon Raiders. I don't know that game, but to be fair, I don't have that thing. A Switch. But anyway, clearing my throat. So, with everything that I have said today, quick reminder, in the next few days you will be seeing some slight changes to some things, specifically on Twitch. It is a small thing, but when I go offline, there's a screen that it would show when I'm not streaming. I'm gonna add one of those. That is like one of the small things. Again, it's really small. And then the other thing is like something that is going to be reflected on YouTube and Twitch, but you'll see, and I'll tell you what it is when I do that. You'll just have to wait and see. Take care, Totto, sorry for being late. No worries. Tomorrow I stream again. I stream Sonic Mania as a way to commemorate my first stream 2 years ago. But yeah. Anyway, thank you very much everyone for being here. It was very nice to see so many people coming to this stream. That makes me very happy. Nice hair color. You'll have to wait a tiny bit more to see it fully. Next week, you'll see. I'll be making posts on YouTube like crazy. And you guys shall see. Soul67, it's Soul67, Soul Skibidi Rigma Sisma. Oh my god. Soul Skibidi Riz Sigma Skibidi Toilet 67. No cap, for real. Tun 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 sahur. You get the point. So Rizla, thank you. Anyway guys, I'll see you tomorrow. Thank you very much again. I appreciate you being here. I'm gonna drag this for 1 extra minute because now it says that I've been streaming for 3 hours and 21 minutes and I want it to be 22 because I have mental issues and I cannot let that thing be an uneven number. So just for the sake of my own mind. I'm gonna wait like around, yeah, like an extra minute actually. It says 3:21:30, and then I'll just. No, you know what? No. I want to keep that. I was gonna do magic, but I can do the magic on my anniversary. I'm gonna keep the magic for my anniversary. And when I say magic, you know what I mean, but I'm gonna do it right now. 3 hours is an odd number. No, I just care about the minutes. The hour can be anything, it's just the minutes. The minutes need to be even because it's the last number. Well, technically seconds, but that's so difficult to actually measure. So I cannot do much about that one. So it just needs to be minutes. Then I'm happy. Unless I was too close to 4 hours, but I'm not really that close. Anyway guys, I'll see you tomorrow. Remember to brush your teeth, your eyes, your nose, your eyes. Brush your hair and yeah. Scratch your butt. And I'll see you guys tomorrow. Have a good one. Bye bye and thank you.